ever episode of Foxtail, presented by Blue Cottage Media. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a return viewer, thank you for coming back and checking us out. We hope you're enjoying the content. And if you are enjoying the content, go check us out on TikTok and Instagram at Blue Cottage D&D, where we make D&D inspired skits and homebrew material and all kinds of pictures and posts and things like that to help you, and just help bring a smile to your face. I hope. I certainly hope it does. So, and also, if you really enjoy the content and you would like to support the stream, please go check out MidnightStrayCandleCo.com, where we make fantasy-inspired scented candles and handmade resin dice to help enhance your tabletop experience. We are currently out of handmade resin dice, unfortunately. We sold out a couple of weeks ago, but there will be some coming in the new year. And if you want to get updates on those dice and when the dice drops are going to happen, check out how they're going to look before they drop. Go check out Midnight Stray Candle Co. on Instagram and get the most updates. As soon as Vanessa gets them ready, she posts them, and so you'll get first glimpse of them and be able to pick out which ones you want before they go live. So go check that out. Big thanks to Ken Wald at Ken the Artist on Instagram. She has done the artwork for our backdrop, for our countdown screen and intermission screen for this little mini campaign. She does fabulous work. She did all of the characters for our other two campaigns that are running right now, Tales from the Blue Cottage and Tales from the Winter Wilds. And we definitely intend and look forward to working with her again in the future on other projects we have coming out. So please go check her out, go give her some love, go give her some support at Ken the Artist on Instagram or at kentheartist.com. So yeah, tonight is a little different. I know normally that we run the Tales from the Blue Cottage on Tuesday nights, but Nathan is in the Bahamas and Lakin is wedding prepping. So we were down to just Billy and Vanessa, and we decided, you know what? It's been a long time since I brought out a foxtail.
Oh.
So, wrote this a couple years ago, started writing it, and then we started playing in Curse of Strahd with the two of you, and then with Lakin and Nathan, and I was never able to finish it. So I have taken some time to roughly finish it. Yes, roughly finish it, but finish it nevertheless. And now we're going to run it with these amazing players. So we have Vanessa and Will and James. Billy, thank you guys for giving it a shot. It's almost all homebrew races. Most of the classes are homebrew. So we'll see how it goes.
Play test.
I just want to note that now Billy and I will have played every campaign together.
That is true.
Yes. Together.
Wow.
No.
Oh.
Shots?
Sure.
Take some during the break, probably. Sure. All right. So with that, we are going to jump into tonight's session. Y'all ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Pull up something real fast for myself here. I'm gonna have to really change my voice for this one a little bit.
Oh.
It's gonna be interesting, guys. Been working on this one in the car.
In the car, nice.
Is it going to
Mostly
be different
just on
than
the way
last
home.
time?
It's gonna be a little different. Just a little different. So, where we pick up is in the small town of Riverwood Bend. A tiny little village on the edge of the Shimmerstone Creek, just on the edge of the Black Shade Wood, which lies to the west of the Evansville Downs. It's been a long time since I played this game. I had to remember all my places. It's a small town, but it is ever growing, and it's almost reached capacity, in fact. It's run by a mayor, a little beaver mayor, and all the townsfolk are animals. So for those of you watching, this is in the world of Orin, and everyone here is an animal. So, this particular day, an interesting thing has happened, which doesn't happen often. But Mayor Perry Plumtail has called a town meeting at the city square, just across from the main bridge here in Riverwood Bend. Everyone has been asked to be present, as whatever news he has brought is very important. So everyone's been asked to drop their daily duties and come to the town at noon.
Dropped it this morning.
I'm sorry. That's how I figured.
I couldn't
That's how I kind of figured that this session was going to go.
He said duty.
Yep.
There we go.
Kind of how I figured this session was going to go.
Try to keep a straight face on her.
So, For some reason it says our broadcast ended. Are you watching? Is it good?
Oh,
Nope. It's gone.
You should be.
What the heck happened?
Interesting.
I don't know. Try it again. Oh, we had 7 people in there.
No.
Dang.
What has happened?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It hasn't done this in a while.
Yeah. Something about Tuesday nights. You know
Something
what,
about
because
Tuesday
got
nights.
music playing
I
from
think
there.
somebody gets on around here that's so
Let's try this again. It says
I don't know.
that we are connected over here. See if it'll reconnect. We may have to drop out and come back in.
Oh, we're there.
We're back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I
We
think
never left.
There we go.
It was you. You left. We were always
You're
here.
the viewer. Why'd you leave us?
Let's go.
So,
Okay, we're back.
sorry about that, guys. We are back now. Don't know what just happened there. That was weird. Let me switch to.
Maybe Bethany's
There we
still there. She said hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that. So, as you all approach the town square, as everyone in the all the Riverwood Bend villagers begin to kind of approach, there is a large wooden statue in the middle of the town here, kind of in between all the shops and residencies, just on the other side of the town bridge that leads across to the main road that travels west and east. You see there's a little podium that's been set up here just beneath the statue that depicts a very rather large and pompous-looking beaver with a monocle on his left eye and a tuxedo suit that's just effortlessly carved on it, and it looks magnificent, and it's actually been painted black amongst the brown wood. You see, standing before all of you, the Mr. Plumtail. As he kind of approaches, he does have on that same suit, top hat. He does not wear a monocle, as the statue is of his father, the founder of this town, Mr. Plumtail Sr. So, as he approaches, he kind of calls out to the crowd, as everyone kind of pushes in and shifts into position. Well, howdy there, my fellow residents of this here fine town of Riverwood Bend. You all know me as Mr. Perry Plumtail, your mayor, voted for the past 4 elections, mind you, and I appreciate your support. And speaking of support, I'm here today to help support this here fine town of Riverwood Bend, our town, and its growth in the future. As you all know, we have residents coming from all over wanting to settle here, as the vast resources of the Blackshade Grove have been untouched for decades. And that's why we're here. That's what brought us here. That's what built this town. However, our poor astral that keeps this town safe from the withering is unfortunately too small to support such growth. Now, I know what you're all thinking, but Mr. Perry, don't we have a seeker within our ranks? Well, yes, we do. Everyone here knows of Miss Ophelia Snaggletooth, as he gestures down, and there is this ratchet-looking old possum. She looks so old. Her wiry whiskers kind of protruding off either side of her nose, cataracts in her eyes. She's kind of shaking with her little cane. She is, however, wearing a very immaculate and beautiful blue sundress with a big old bonnet on her head.
She was like the queen.
We do, in fact, have our local hero here, the seeker who found the original astral of this town, Miss Ophelia Snaggletooth, and her husband, Ricky. Rest in peace, Ricky.
Rest in peace.
What are you doing?
Welcome to the Foxtail.
Good old Ricky.
This is all new.
Rick.
Now, because of Miss Ophelia is getting a little older, she has decided to retire from her seeking days. And that is why I've gathered you all here. Our town is in search of our next seekers. The ones who will find the astral that will usher us into a new era of prosperity.
We're the one?
If you so please. More
Okay,
than
just
one would
checking.
be preferable, I'm sure. Kind of looks over. That you, Miss Sylvie?
It is, yes. It's good to see you again.
You as well. And could you just keep quiet hold your questions for just a few moments. I'm almost done, I promise.
Okay.
She has a mouth on her.
Okay. So, that said, now, seeking ain't no easy task, and I know it's a dangerous job.
My granddaddy did it.
Sylvie, please.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
I appreciate you. I know your granddaddy was a good fox.
Not just a good
Just
fox,
a
a good
few
singer
moments.
too.
Miss Ophelia, I'm sure, and clearly Sylvie could probably regale you with many tales of the dangers of the withering outside of the protection of our town. Which is why we are planning to reward our new seekers 500 gold pieces
500.
upon their return with an astral inheritance. And you know, we're not like those big city folks. We're even gonna give you a little gold to get you started and get you to the next
You
town
have
over.
something in your throat.
I don't want to talk to you.
You just said 500?
So, all that being said, thank you all for gathering. And now, do we have any volunteers?
I'd like to do it.
Somehow I guessed.
If that's okay.
Kind of, you see is two hands pop up in the crowd. Sylvie, would you describe yourself, please?
You see a small red fox. She's actually a little smaller than your normal red fox. She has this emerald green cloak and these small little spectacles that she wears. She has a satchel full of books, though you don't know if she's actually read any of them or she just likes to pretend that she reads them. And then she actually has this small little pouch attached to her chest, but it's empty right now. And just a point of note. And then, yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. And James, would you describe your character as well?
You see a raccoon. He has pitch black scale armor, and he has a hood. He's not wearing it; it's down, but you see it on his back, affixed to the armor, and also on his back is a staff that's a little different than most staff. It has a hook on the end, a blunt hook that looks like it could be used for many purposes that I will not discuss. And on his snout, he has an X mark scar on his left cheek. I know I just pointed to my right. To my left cheek.
So he kind of looks. Well, we have two. Do we have any others? Any others that would like to assist these two young orange folk on their journey?
Well, Mr. Blomtail, how much you gonna give me?
Aren't you a little old?
Well, Mr. Plumtail, I asked you, how much you gonna give me?
Well, as I said, the party will receive 500 gold pieces to be split between you.
Whoa. He said party. He
Yes.
said party's getting 500.
Yes. And then each of you will start with 20 gold pieces to get
20.
you on your journey.
Have you ever been outside the walls? Do you know how
Yes.
dangerous it is?
Yeah, multiple times.
You think you can survive by
Have
yourself?
you ever been out of the walls?
Many times. My parents are merchants.
Not just reading it in a book.
Yes.
Merchants.
Yep.
I always see you in the house. I never see you outside.
You watch my house?
I watch a lot of things. It's my job.
Make it 25 and I'll be on that team.
Make a persuasion check. First check of the night.
Well, this is gonna be okay. Yeah, it was an 11.
11? Well, I suppose that's something that we could discuss. We have budgeted this out weeks in advance. You know what? Very well.
What do you need that money for?
25 gold
Child?
pieces, Mr. Dickinson.
Thank you. Mighty kind of you, sir.
Do we have any other takers? Anyone else?
Yes, I believe so.
Not Timmy. Oh my
God!
Timmy.
You know McPew too?
He's at it again.
Man, I could go with this. Assuming these other folks could use some experience.
Well, Mr. Timothy, I believe you are correct. And while you have done our town a great service in your years as our town guard, you've trained our new guards quite well. And I think that you would serve them well on this journey. So, Billy, would you describe your character, and then we'll have you describe yours as well?
So McPew is a black skunk with a white stripe down the center of his head. He's got a dark, dark metal armor on. He has a white cape attached to his armor. Being a stand-up guard, he always was dressed, appropriately. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, he's a grumpy old guard. Yep. And carries 2 hand axes on him.
Oh.
And just a little, a little bit for the wear. Standing guard in this town for however long has sort of been boring for the most part.
All right. Will?
You see an old gruff-looking badger, a little gray, a little bent up and gnarled whiskers, and he's sitting back on a bucket or something like that. I don't know, some crate. He's got big gauntlets on his arms that badgers like to dig, so they look like they're protecting, like that. He's got a tattered dark green cape and armor on his back, but he's bare-chested. He's wearing short leather shorts, no shoes, and he's got a helm resting on his leg, under his arm. Looks like it goes obviously over his head, and it protects his mouth, but also looks like a badger mouth with real sharp teeth on it and everything.
You have a lot of clothes.
Well,
some of us choose to be modest.
I believe that 4 is probably all that we can afford now that we're clearly paying you all 25 gold pieces each instead of 20. So I suppose this will do. Mr. Philia, if you will, please, madam, could you hand me over the shards, please, so I can get these 4 on their way? And you watch as the little possum kind of just scuttles up to the stage, and she kind of reaches up, and you watch as she hands Perry 4 tiny little crystals hanging on necklaces. You would recognize these. These are astral shards. These are tiny little astral shards. Pieces broken off of larger astrals that are used to protect the towns. And you would know that all seekers wear these. If the withering ever comes across you while you're traveling, these will light your way in the darkness. So he kind of takes them. Well, that'll be all, folks. Thank you all for coming. And remember, next election, vote for Mr. Plumtail. Vote for progress. He steps down, approaches all 4 of you as you come near. Well then, I appreciate your service, as town does as well. If you will, here you are, little Sylvie,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Bag, Wiley.
Your name is Bag?
And Mr. Timothy, thank you very much. Now, keep these on yourselves at all times. Do not lose them. They're not hard. They're not easy to come across, and there are those on the roads that would like to steal them from you, as I'm sure you well know. Many of you know what it is to be a seeker. You've heard the tales. This is what protects you from the withering should it roll across your path.
And I stand up with the cape flash and I say, "This and me." And then I sit back down.
Kind of.
Must be having one of his episodes.
We're gonna have to keep an eye on both of them.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was something. Oh,
Perry kind of turns around and he walks back up to his podium. He watches, he grabs out a map.
It's the map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
And he passes it across to you.
that's fine.
Now, The next portion of your journey is he kind of hands out, you watch as he hands you each a small pouch, and then he pulls out, you watch as he reaches into his own wallet and kind of starts counting out 5 extra gold coins for each of you, and hands them all over. Your advance. Now that should cover anything you might need to get you to your next stop of your journey. Any equipment, any supplies, things of that nature. You will probably need to purchase some rations for a few days. But this should take care of you, even your stays in the inns when you get to the cities. Now, that being said, the next portion of your journey is up to you. There are 2 observatories in this northeastern side of our fair country of Orin. To the north of us, following the Shimmerstone Creek, there's Twins Pass. Now, the Twins Pass Observatory is known far and wide for being able to spot astrals from greater distances than most observatories, and many astrals have been found on their watch. Now, however, there is Foggy Hollow to the east, and Foggy Hollow has a small observatory as well. It's a smaller town, kind of like this one, but they have found some of the largest astrals to date, though not very many of them, mind you. He kind of points up to the top of the statues. Now you see our astral there as you kind of look up and you see kind of the resting on the top hat of that statue, like centered in the front, there is a large gemstone. It's got this opalescent look to it and it gives off this vibrant radiance, this faint glow. That's the one we currently have. We're going to need one about twice that size. And this one is, you would notice, it's probably a little bigger than a fist. So we're going to need one about twice that size.
A badger fist or a raccoon fist?
Probably both put together. So
you watch your mouth.
So, that being said, you will all have to choose which town you would like to go to, which observatory you would like to choose.
Foggy Hollow's my choice.
Any particular reason?
I like them big, and I like them hard to come by.
Oy vey.
What about you?
Me? I want to go for Twin Pass.
You know, I got robbed there once. It was the wildest thing happened.
Wow, on the road, huh?
No, when I got to town.
You got to town,
Yeah.
so you've been there.
A couple times.
Nice people.
Regale us with your tale.
Which one?
That one?
I have many. My parents are merchants. We go all the time.
About
how'd you get
getting
robbed?
Robbed.
Oh. I got robbed.
They were off to the sides. They set a trap.
They were
or-
invisible.
That's very important. Invisibility.
Yep.
Not very common.
Nope.
They hurt you.
No.
Just
Not that I
robbed you.
remember.
Not sure. I'm sure you will remember getting hurt.
Yes.
Oh God.
That's really happening. You know.
I gotta work with you guys.
Are you excited?
I'm not excited about this at all. The way I see it, you guys all owe me 15 gold pieces.
That's very. I'll pay you back with your life.
You have many accents.
I'm an actor.
Are you?
Yes.
I thought I recognized him somewhere.
Very famous one.
I don't go far as famous.
I've never heard of
Very
you.
famous. Well, you live under a
Well,
rock.
if you'll all excuse me, I think you've got plenty of work to do. Just remember, it's early now, but the sun's gonna be here quicker than you can say.
Right.
Moonlight. So, all that said, choose your path carefully. Get your goods, get your wares, and safe travels to you all. The sooner you can cure this astral, better. We would appreciate it. And remember, when you come back, you're gonna be heroes. And he kind of taps you all, like gives you all a pat on the back, and y'all have a nice day now and safe travels.
I like the sound of that.
See you, Plumtail.
As he kind of begins to make his way back to his office, there's this steady as his tail just slaps the stonework as he walks.
Must you do that every time?
I don't think he can help it.
He needs to get that checked out.
By who?
Our doctor. We have a herbalist, right?
Is it odd for you to slap your tail?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. No.
Yeah, mine just sort
doesn't
of
hit the
twitches a
ground.
little. It doesn't slap the ground.
I'm sure that's other medical issues.
I know we'll need a bag to carry it.
Very perceptive. Sylvie. Shall we go to the market?
Sure.
Do we decide where we're going?
Yeah, we're going to Twin Pass, right? It's Sleepy Hollow or whatever. Sounds dangerous.
Foggy Hollow.
Sounds dangerous. I say we get our start in Twin Pass.
Are you afraid of danger? Are you new to adventuring?
No, I am not new. I am very well seasoned.
And then let's go to Foggy Hollow.
I can tell you right now that you need a vantage point to see. We could probably see the stuff in Foggy Hollow a little bit too if we go to Twin Peaks. Get a lay of the Twin Peaks. I'm saying that.
Twins Pass.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow, Twin Peaks.
There are great vantage points at Twins Peak.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
We are not endorsed.
Do you have a preference, McPew?
Which one's closer? Can't really tell this map. I'm looking at it upside down.
I'm a cartographer. Read this map. How far does it look to the distance between each place?
You would know, and Sylvie, you've taken the journey to Twins Pass a few times. Twins Pass is about 3 days on foot. About 3 days on foot, following the Chimmerstone Creek. The road is well traveled. It's the most common merchant traveling point. Foggy Hollow, you and your family have never been to Foggy Hollow before. But taking a look at it, it looks like it's a little longer, probably 3.5-ish days. But you would know as well, based on stories, that once you get there, you have to take a boat to get to the actual town. It's on a swamp.
A boat, swamp, water.
Swamp.
I relay that information to the party. 3 days to Twin Pass, and Foggy Hollow is a little bit more than that, and more treacherous, landscape-wise.
But that's where the bigger astrals are, right?
Yeah, but I figure we start small and work our way up.
And we're gonna get more than one.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Will it work that way?
if we do, we only have to turn in one.
What are you going to do with the other one?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
what can you do with it? I mean, you're gonna sell it. You're gonna sell the one you got right here that you just got.
Sell it? Why would I?
I don't know. You said when you get more than one, what are you gonna do with it?
Oh, we'll figure it out.
You should probably keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I believe so. Just
I twitch my nose.
It's got the itch.
So,
please.
Have you been checked for rabies?
Yes.
All right, so we gotta equip ourselves, right?
Yeah, I will. Have we decided? Are we in agreement on where we should go?
It doesn't matter to me.
Bags?
I like Foggy Hollow,
Foggy Hollow.
but I go wherever.
Timmy?
I mean, if we go get the big one at Foggy Hollow, we don't have to get another one, right?
That is solid reasoning, yes. Okay, no.
We'll flip a coin. How about that? We can't decide. Flip a coin.
Let's go to Foggy Hollow. Let's do it.
Flip a coin.
What's the worst that could happen?
We get stuck in the
We could
mud.
die.
Death.
We agreed on something.
That's exciting.
Wow.
Are you my friend now?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Foggy Hollow it is. As long as we get this job done and get 500 gold pieces, I don't care.
Always after your money, huh? Yeah, obviously.
Do I have to
Let's go
answer?
equip and go to Foggy Hollow.
okay. For the sake of brevity, I will say that all of your equipment that you have on your person that you would need for traveling is you've already procured all of that. It's 25 gold.
Pretty cool.
That was incredible.
Most of it. The only thing that you might want to do is procure rations. It's 5 silver pieces per day of rations. So just mark off how many gold you would spend on rations, and we'll move forward with everything else.
Is there a place to buy healing potions here?
Not in this small town. There's not.
Okay.
Your best bet would be to check with Ophelia if you wanted to ask. She was a seeker once. She might have something.
Okay.
How many rations would a gold piece give us?
2 days worth.
2 days. Wait, how much?
We need.
We got a 25 advance, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. How many days we got to go in? Maybe we should change plans if we're gonna use it all.
You can only have 10 days worth total. So,
Okay.
Wait.
If we already started with that, would we have to buy any?
no, if you already have it in your person,
Pack.
then no.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Let me see what I got.
I got 5. Good with that?
That would get you to your first town, at the very least.
We can always go to Foggy Hollow, and if we can't find anything there, we can continue on to Twins Pass. Or vice versa. They circle around. If the map's correct.
Off to Foggy Hollow with ye!
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So a dungeoneer's pack. Does that come with rations?
Should come with 5. 5
Okay.
days worth.
All right. Then we're good.
Good.
All right. So, you all begin your journey. Yeah.
We don't have a cart, do we?
Yep.
I would want to look for a cart.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you kind of look around, this is a small. So this town, you guys would know, it makes its money in 2 ways. It makes its money on lumber, and it makes its money on quartz mining in the Shimmerstone Creek. So, the important thing to note is that with the carpentry or the lumber comes a lot of carts.
Yes.
A lot of carts that are rolled around to carry all these things. It would not be hard to find one. They do not come cheap.
Neither do I.
So, cart is going to run you.
I got 10.
It would run you in this town. It'd run you about 30 gold pieces
30
for a
gold.
cart.
Whoa, god damn.
For a cart.
And
And
that's-
not the horses. We don't get anything. Are there horses? We're animals. Hold up.
It's actually just a bunch of people.
So just so you know, it's a good
Way
point. It's a good point to know actually. Carts in this town,
Yes.
there typically aren't beasts of burden within Oran folk. Most Oran folk are all mammals. It's an important thing to note. Birds still fly in the sky. They don't have the same intelligence that Oran folk do. Reptiles still linger in the wilds. Once again, don't have the same intelligence.
So we're a level
Occasionally, Oran folk will be able to tame larger reptiles to pull carts for them. But typically speaking, a cart is almost always drawn by the strongest member of the party, and it's usually just for people that need to carry things. Most Oran folk travel by foot.
Why do we need a cart?
Let's
Let's
get
get,
the
a,
wares.
let's get a tortoise.
Do you know where
It'll
tortoise
take us
is?
like 20 days to get there. But
All right, so forget the cart. I will. Yeah, we're good to go. Oh God.
Off to a smashing start. Let's
Yes.
hit the road.
All right.
What was I thinking? A cart in this economy?
Even used carts are ridiculous right now.
Ridiculous. The price is going up.
God, maybe that microchip shortage could get itself figured out. We'll be good.
So you're headed
Jeez.
to. That's the wrong one. That's not the right one. There it is. This one.
Wheel.
Sorry. My bad. This is the one that I was looking for. So, you begin to traverse across the Evansfield Downs. You make your way across the bridge that leads into town and travel over to the main road, crossing over the Shimmerstone Creek and heading to the east. You travel up and over the moors. For some of you, this is the first time you've been. As you travel about 5 miles across over the rolling golden hills, you've pretty much reached as far as you've ever made it outside of the Blackshade Wood. As you crest over the moors here and get to the top, you can smell the salt air from the ocean nearby. A couple miles to the south, but it carries on the wind all the way here. You turn around behind you and you see in the distance the reason why they call it the Blackshade Grove is because of all of the trees, the way the sunlight hits it at this time of day, it just looks like a shadow cast across the edge of the forest. You see the creek traveling north, and to the south, you see crawling along the moors this large wall of green fog that's slowly sifting.
Could I try and get a scent of that green fog?
So, make a survival check for me.
Survival.
Wow.
7.
7.
Oh.
It's a little too far away to catch its scent, but you know what it is. That is the withering. It is large fog clouds that roll across the continent of Warren. From time to time, they come out of nowhere, and everything that it touches, all Warren folk that enter within it, typically don't make it out alive. There are things that follow the fog, or so stories tell. Things that walk within it. So,
Yea, the wandering wither.
Yeah.
'Twill swallow us all one day.
I think I've seen a moving picture about this.
Some sooner than others, if you're not careful.
Oh, I know.
I've been in a moving picture or two.
I know. I recognize you from at least one.
You're way too young to be watching those.
I'm a lot older than I look.
What are you, like 3?
Sylvie, not right now.
3.5.
We gotta.
So you all continue traveling. Your first day of travel goes unimpeded. You get following the road. The road here is not as well traveled as the one that follows the Shimmerstone Creek. It eventually, after a few miles out along the high sage over the rolling moors, it begins to taper in, getting narrower and narrower, and the grass gets so high that you can't even see above it. You're just following this maze of high sage. Your first night comes to an end, no incidents. And the next morning you continue traveling, and after about probably 5 or 6 miles, it gets to be about noon of the second day of travel, and suddenly you come to a point in this high sage where it just gets higher and higher, almost 8 feet on either side of you. And you notice as you're traveling in that there are vines and brambles, these really thick, thorny tangles that just wind through the sage, and all these very unusual looking shrubs kind of growing.
That looks a lot like a spell I can cast.
You can cast spells.
Yes.
Very
You
interesting.
too, huh?
You too.
Yes.
Timmy, can you cast spells?
Boo. No, can't cast spells.
Oh, God. I thought I was gonna get older.
About this point, you come to a strange spot, because it's not on the map as you look down. It's supposed to be a straight road, but as you come to here, you reach an intersection where it's a T-junction. You come to a point where the road just stops amidst all of these brambles and bushes and high sage, these twisting mounds of thorny vines, creating this thicket, this wall.
This looks suspicious.
It goes to the left and to the right.
Does it look like somebody has put this stuff there to block the road? That we were
Make an
supposed to follow?
investigation check.
I want to make a perception check, and I want to also want to see if I know what these brambles and vines are.
Okay, make a perception check first, then you'll make a nature check.
13.
13, investigation. Taking a look at it, you do see where it grows into
Good start. Good start.
where it grows into the ground and grows up. I mean, you can see the roots kind of spreading out along your feet. And you can see it looks like a path to the left and right, where nothing's growing, it's just dirt. It doesn't look like anybody put this here. It looks like it grew naturally, but you've been a guard a long time, and you've never seen brambles like these. They have this, with a 13, you would notice that all of the vines that are curling in, they're black and gray in coloring, kind of mingled in with thorny green leaves that kind of extend out from some of the shrubs. It's a kind of an unusual thing. What was your perception?
My perception was a natural 1,
Okay.
making it a 3, and my nature check was a 2, making it a 4.
All right,
Hey,
so
hey.
you are kind of distracted as you begin to look around, and you turn around behind you, and the road you just traveled on is gone. As you look behind you, as the three of you are kind of looking at this wall and looking left and right, Wiley, you turn around behind you, and there's a wall of brambles.
Behind it?
that has grown up in the path you just came through, and you can see as the vines kind of curl up, you see as they kind of writhe and churn and pull together, forming this wall around you.
They're not getting closer, are they?
No, they just seal up the road.
Oh, look behind us.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
I can't trust anyone. I'm gonna try to dig under it.
Like the way you just came.
No, the opposite way. The way that we were trying to go.
So trying to dig underneath that particular. Okay. So you kind of begin to dig into the dirt. You get down and you guys watch this. Bag just starts he takes those gauntlets, slides them forward, and just begins to just shovel dirt and just kicking it behind him, shoveling at a pretty fast speed.
They call me Diggerton. My name is Diggerton. I dig Diggerton.
It's pretty catchy tune.
Thank you.
Wasn't expecting the musical. You dig deeper in.
I'm an actor. I told you.
So you're digging beneath the vines and the brambles here, and it is really tough to dig here. It's almost like a clay, and these vines and everything are kind of curling into your path. All the roots are extending down very deep, and even the roots have barbs on them. As you begin to try and dig through them, you dig about 10 feet underneath, and then you start getting pricked on either side. You feel as something begins to slowly curl around your body.
Goodbye, Diggerton! And I start backing out.
Okay, it's a 10 to hit. You feel as you reach forward and you're digging, you watch as one kind of wraps around your gauntlet, and you see as the thorns begin to grow out of it and it tries to grab you. You manage to kind of bite it, tear it off, and you get quickly back up, and you see as the roots begin to chase after you, trying to grasp you.
Oh.
This is not the way. This is not the way.
We obviously know something's going on in here and making a commotion,
I think he's still talking to
in the
himself.
dirt.
Do you think he's one of those meth?
Pull me out, you fox!
Can I go grab a hold of him and try and yank him out of this hole?
So Timothy you're trying to back up. You feel Timothy grab you by the hind legs and just yank you out of the hole.
Don't go in there!
What was down there?
Many thorns!
Definitely meth.
Just thorns.
You know her too? Thorns. They done been growing out of the roots and everything too. Thorns. Massive thorns tried to get me. No.
Thorns coming out of the
Oh,
ground.
they came after you?
They came after me, yeah.
I thought you were just talking about spiky things. All right. Do we notice on the branches and stuff that's exposed above ground moving or doing anything? Or they just look like the same stuff we saw to begin with?
Make a nature check for me.
Oh, good gosh. I mean, I'm an animal. I should have some decent nature, but
That's what I thought.
that's what I thought too.
That's not the case.
7. I mean, even with a 7, you can see the vines every now and again just kind of churn and twist a bit. They are moving. It's like something is moving them. But other than that, you ain't got a clue. You gonna make an attack?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Nah.
Nat 20.
Natural 20.
Do we get
Nice.
crit cards? Or
yeah,
no?
yeah, you can get crit cards in this campaign for slashing.
Slashing, okay.
It's got some spring in his step for an old man.
You can
Age
attempt to
is-
grapple the target as a free action. This uses the same.
Doesn't
What's the number?
Unfortunately, that's not
Yeah,
going to be
okay.
for this one. So it's going to be 2d6 plus your strength for your first attack. Because hand axe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 9 plus 2. 9 plus 2, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Your strength.
We're
I think, is-
babies.
Yeah. So 11 points of damage. So with the first hand axe strike,
That's
you
good
cut
for, like,
a solid 3.5 foot gash into the side of this wall. And as you strike through it, you all hear this this squealing.
So strong.
Who wants
And
to come here?
he carves into it and carve a little path. You want to keep going?
Sure.
Make another attack roll.
I want to get in there too with my short sword.
All right. So you begin to strike at it as well. Make an attack
16.
roll. 16. 16 hits. Roll damage.
Nice.
22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
I'll go ahead and cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Okay.
7.
7? All right. So what was your damage?
6.
So you two, Wiley and Sylvie, you watch as Bag and Timothy begin to just start carving their way through this. Both of you just striking out at these vines, manage to carve out this little path. You go 4, 5, 6 feet in, and then you see on the other side, you see an opening. You kind of push your way through. The two of you kind of look into the opening. The passage closes.
You didn't fucking follow us?
Bag and Timothy, you...
Wait, they're through?
Wait.
They went through this little, it's like a 5-foot section of hedge.
Oh, yes.
We didn't have the opportunity to go.
I know you didn't. So, as you pass through, the two of you find yourself in this little opening. You realize now this is like a hedge maze. The walls are high around you. This is a little room, like a little notch out. There's a path that goes to the right, and ahead of you, lying in the ground, tied up with brambles and vines, there is the skeleton of a young possum. I shouldn't say young. Looks like he's probably teenager-ish. Wearing adventurer's garb.
Any insignias, anything I recognize on him to say where he might be from?
It's sitting about 20 feet away from you, kind of resting in the ground right next to the hedge. Do you want to get closer to see?
It's a trap.
Do we have 10 minutes?
What?
Huh?
I can do something if we have 10 minutes.
I can protect you for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are the other ones?
They didn't follow us. I don't know where they're going.
You can kind of hear Sylvia and Wiley. You can kind of hear them speaking. It's a little muffled, but you can still hear them.
So they're alive for now.
Can I use
Do
tremor
you think
sense?
they might die of old age on this trip?
Yeah.
I heard that.
Definitely a possibility.
You want to reach down and kind of feel the ground. As you reach down and you touch the ground, you can definitely feel something beneath the earth all around you, shifting and writhing, churning.
Similar to the roots that tried to eat me.
Similar to the roots that tried to eat you. Hard to pinpoint a location. Make a perception check and see.
What's the ground look like?
Mostly clay. Little bits of grass and small shrubs kind of growing here and
Any
there.
stones?
Yeah, there's some rocks here and there.
8.
8. You can't tell the direction in which it's originating from. It just feels like it's coming from all over you.
I'm ritual casting detect magic.
Detect magic, okay.
And I want to pull out a torch
All right.
and see. I want to go up to the brambles and see if they react to the heat, the fire.
So you approach with the torch and you kind of
Yeah.
you go to touch the brambles, and as you push it against it, you do hear as it kind of it retracts backwards. That's a 5 to hit.
Misses.
As one of them from the side whips out in your direction
Whoa.
and tries to strike out at you,
Whew.
and then it retracts itself back into the
okay.
wall.
We should probably stay away from the walls.
Yeah, I'm coming back to you.
Bag and Timothy, what are you two doing? Like I said, you see there's a path to the right-hand side, and then you see that skeleton ahead of you. I would note as well, you do see, as he has on his person,
On this possum.
Baby adventurers don't have abilities.
give me a second. He does have a satchel on one side, as well as a very fine-looking longsword on his right.
Go up within 10 feet, mage hand, satchel.
Okay. So, you reach forward with the mage hand, kind of reaches forward towards the satchel and grabs it, plucks it up, and as it does, you hear something kind of jingle inside. And as you pull it back, you see as there's a tiny little vine curled around the handle of the satchel. And as it pulls on that vine and pulls it taut, the skeleton, satchel and all, gets ripped into the hedges and vanishes. And we're going to take a quick break.
Oh! There it goes!
So,
Gone.
way to avoid that trap.
So I didn't get the satchel?
No, you watch as it was attached and it just gets pulled back with the skeleton and everything disappears. You see as it gets pulled, the hedge kind of separates and it gets pulled down this path, and it looks like there's another opening beyond somewhere, and then the hedges kind of curl back and close. So, with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys.
Woo-hoo! 10 minutes.
Good start.
Yep.
Great start.
So, as you all find yourself separated within the brambles of Evansfield, what would you like to do here?
I'm gonna point through the brambles for Sylvie and say,
How are you over there?
cast message.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
This is your fairy godmother.
I don't think I have one of those.
Well, you do now.
I don't want one.
I'm just kidding. It's back.
Sylvie, who are you talking to?
I think it's Bag, but
How are you doing that?
I don't know. It's weird. Do you think you can read our minds?
I hope not.
Right about now, you must be wondering if I can read your mind. Yes. The answer is yes.
Keep all of your private thought. No. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's gonna see
Think
some stuff he doesn't.
nothing.
So, how you guys doing over there?
I'm trying to cast a spell. Can you give me a moment?
Okay.
Okay.
About that point, to take magic finally kind of arcs out around you. As it kind of focuses out about 30 feet, you are picking up, there is no magic on these brambles, these vines. You notice they're not magical, whatever it is that's causing them. So, they are living things.
Let's walk around and I'll talk to him.
Talk to who?
To Bag.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought you
he's
were about
talking.
to talk to the walls.
Oh, no. Why would I do that?
I don't know.
So,
Well, did your shit work?
It did, yes.
What'd you find out?
Nothing yet. Where are you?
We died.
Oh, that's
Nah, I'm
unfortunate.
just kidding. We're on the other side of the wall.
Oh. Well, north, south. Which direction should we walk?
What
Can you come
direction
back to
is
us?
our path out?
there's one direction that leads to the right. One singular pathway.
I'm gonna switch to my glaive,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go and slash back at the bushes back where we came from.
Alright. Make an attack roll.
Peekaboo.
Ten.
It's a 15 to hit.
You got 16, don't you?
Yep.
Alright.
And I have a 10-foot reach, so I don't have to get
So,
there.
as
far my
you
reach.
slash forward with the glaive, it carves into the vine. This time you don't have quite enough force to kind of pull down and like drive it down. You drive it down maybe a foot or two into them, and then you see as a vine reaches out from the side and tries to grab your weapon. Reaches out and gets a hold of it. You manage to rip it out before it does.
Man, did you see that stuff? The vines are coming after my weapon now.
No, chap, I saw it. What do we do now?
How many personalities does this badger have?
Two old men yelling at each other from the other side.
Who are you? What?
How are we going to get them back?
At this point, I don't think we can.
Insight check. No. We've got to get them back. We can't go and, complete this mission if we don't have them.
How tall is the wall?
About 8 to 9 feet. Most places.
Sylvie. Did your hocus pocus work?
It did, but I didn't find anything. You want to keep walking? See what we see?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we have any other options right now.
What directions do we have?
Right and left.
Talk real. Wait. Hey, you're a skunk, right? Can you hear me?
Can I hear?
Yeah, you can hear. Shout.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I have really good smelling. Could you let out something real stinky?
Wait. Why are we doing this?
So I can sense what direction he's in.
But
I'm just
we
smelling.
hear him talking.
I know, but it'd be easier and I'm better at smelling.
But we we know which direction he's in because we hear him talking. So
If I hear them talking, I'm gonna.
Okay, fine.
Let one rip.
Timmy, you better not.
Hey, look at me right here. Do it.
Timmy, don't do this.
It's for the good of all of us.
You don't have to do this, Timmy. Please.
Come on, Timmy boy!
I just took a shower.
I'm trying to think exactly what it's doing.
I think you can only do it once a day, then,
Yeah.
so don't feel like you have to do it. You can just let out a big
You have
fart.
to give in.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any.
Did I notice any distinct smells on them when we first met?
Make a perception check. Also, interesting fact: skunks cannot always release their whatever it's called. Spray. Thank you. They cannot always release their spray. They actually do have to take once they use it, it takes several days before they can get it back.
They got a
Nice
roll
long
for
rest.
recharge.
They got to recharge. Yep.
Recharge, that's right.
Just a little fact about skunks that I found when doing the research for this.
Oh, I have advantage on that too.
So yeah, perception check. What's
First
smell?
one was better. 21.
21? Yeah, I mean, they're two older animals, or older Oran folk. They do have a distinct smell about them.
Nursing home.
Yes.
I don't think I care very much for her.
The rusty armor, the sweaty clothes. Yeah, they definitely have a not. You know, there's that bit of lavender that tries to cover it up too. So it's not atrocious, but they do have a distinct smell about them.
So,
I have no
Which-
lavender. I'm very proud of my scent.
So
My musk.
Since what direction?
with a 21, as they're kind of shifting around, it feels like they're kind of to your right and ahead of you.
Let's go that way.
Hey. How small is Sylvie? Can she get on my back?
No, she's not that small. She's about your
almost normal
size. She's a
size,
little
yeah.
smaller than you,
Just a
but
little
not that
small.
much.
All right. Well, you're on your own. We're gonna scale this wall. We're gonna get over to the other side. It doesn't look that hot.
What if the wall swallows you whole?
If it swallows me whole,
Yeah.
it was scared of this fire when I held it to it. I don't think it's gonna swallow me in this fire.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I get
Good
a
luck.
running start, and I have a climb speed. So
You have the torch in your hand, right?
I have the torch in my hand, so I'm gonna climb up with the torch. I try to climb up
So
with the torch.
as you watch, as Wiley takes a couple steps back, he gets a running start, starts running towards this wall of brambles, and as he jumps forward and reaches with the torch in one hand and his claws in the other, it opens up, getting away from the fire immediately, and Wiley goes disappearing into the brambles.
This,
Wow.
That's going to be a 14 to hit.
it misses.
So
It misses.
as the brambles kind of close up again, you two hear this slithering and shifting behind you, and you could swear you see a shadow of a raccoon kind of emanate through the brambles for a brief moment, and then it just goes dark once again. You feel as several of the vines try to wrap around your arm, your hand.
They don't care
They
about-
get the hold of your tail. You're having to scramble and shift out of the way. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
They don't care about the fire.
You okay in there?
We're about to find out.
No.
Oh no.
What is that? You said
Ouch.
a dexterity.
Yep. Saving throw.
Okay, that is a why? A 6.
Why?
I'm gonna put this right away.
Bag and oh Lord of mercy. Bag and Timothy. You both see with your tremor sense, you feel something tighten and shift beneath the clay around your feet, and you watch as one of the roots kind of tightens up and rises up above the ground from beneath, kind of pushing the earth aside. And then there's this Wiley. As you're trying to escape, you feel as something tightens like a noose around your tail. and then you just get pulled backwards, pulled deeper in. You go bursting out into this opening. You two watch as Wiley comes flying out of the brambles, being drugged by his tail, scratching at the ground as something is pulling him back towards.
Can I use my whip to try to like grab his wrist?
Make an attack roll.
I'm
And
gonna
grapple
stick
check.
my glaive out there to see if you can grab it too.
All right. Yep. Make a. So with that, just make an attack roll to see if you can.
14.
14. Okay.
12.
12. All right. So with a 14, 12's not going to quite make it. As you sling your glaive and try to get it into close enough to him, he gets pulled back. You take your whip and kind of whip it forward and wrap it around his wrist. And now you're pulling.
And I dig myself in a little bit so I can get like a nice hold, and I just hold him there. I say, drop your glaive and get to him now!
Wiley, you're being pulled in two different directions. I need you to make a strength check for me. This will be an athletics check.
Can I try to burn the whatever's holding me?
Make an attack
with
roll?
the torch.
And what are you doing?
Well, I had a hard time understanding what he said, so.
What the fuck you waiting for? Go!
What times? Can I cut away whatever is holding him?
Make an
Or I-
attack roll,
okay.
yeah.
All right, so this is a natural 19. I don't know. It's an improvised weapon.
It's an improvised weapon, so this would be dex based.
Okay, so +2, so 21.
21?
12.
12, okay. So as you're pulling against him, suddenly you start making treads in the dirt as it's pulling back, and you hear something from the other side of the hedges where it's trying to pull him towards. You hear this. What was your attack roll?
21.
21 and a 21. So both of you, as you pull your fire back and hit the vine with it, it releases you, and then the glaive cuts it in half. And you hear this, and you watch as that vine just goes slithering back, retracting into the hedges beyond.
Welcome!
Thanks, Sylvie. Don't do what I just did. It's not smart.
Reach over and grab him, get him where he's outside of the reach of these vines. Step back.
Yeah. Okay.
Wasn't going to, but good to know I was right.
I didn't hear that.
So
I'm gonna cast.
She said she wasn't going to, but it's good to know that she was right.
She said all that.
She said all that.
How did you hear me? I was whispering.
Oh. I guess I did.
what are you gonna do?
Continue to go right and follow the smell and
Okay.
cast guidance on myself and.
Okay, so this will be a survival check as you're trying to track them.
Okay.
So the rest of you kind of you pick Wiley up and you dust him off, and after a moment passes, you hear this, and you watch as the hedges kind of clear apart across from you where they were pulling him, and you see as that skeleton gets dragged back out and set back in the same spot.
Still have the satchel?
Still has the satchel, and you see as the vines release it and kind of pull back and dissipate. What was your check?
Dirty 20.
30-20?
Still using my nose.
So you're kind of smelling and you get a whiff of them. You hear the shouting and it sounds like it's echoing from the right. And you begin walking, kind of following your sense of smell. You shift about 20 or 30 feet down and then you take a left-hand turn and it opens up into a smaller area. You can go right and go left. And then you hear the talking and the scrambling coming from your left. You all watch as Sylvie just kind of walks around and just appears out of that right-hand corner.
Oh, there you are. Why? Hi.
And you notice the skeleton now. You see as it's just finished getting set.
I've got you this time. And I'm going to walk up a mage hand and pull it up just so slightly until I see that little vine, and then I'm going to try to cut it.
Make a dexterity check for me. This is going to be sleight of hand, actually.
Okay.
Can I go and help try and cut with my reach?
Mm-hmm. So you can assist, so that'll be, you'll get advantage on this.
Natural 20! Oh my god!
As you have mage
And a
hand.
natural 1 was the second roll.
All right. So as you have mage hands,
Balance.
kind of picking up the satchel and shifting it upwards, the little vine goes to pull tight, and just before it pulls completely taut, you take your dagger and kind of cut it loose. As you do, the other vines that are kind of holding it in place wrap around. Some of them kind of reach forward and make this kind of like tendril motion, like they're trying to grab onto whatever just touched the satchel, and then it just gets pulled The skeleton goes disappearing into the brambles once again, but you have the satchel.
I have a satchel.
I already had a satchel.
Then we
Tell
had
me,
a satchel.
level
Guys,
up.
I got a satchel.
What was in it? When was it worth it?
Let's see. And I'm Papa Squat.
I would note, as he pulls it out, Sylvia, as you approach, there is some enchanted magic coming from that satchel. Inside it.
How did you get here?
I walked.
You walked, and nothing reached out at you.
He reached out. It was kind of weird, but that was about it.
Okay.
Yours was a really good idea, though. It was a really, really good
I'm just
idea.
gonna try to not think about what just happened.
I want to inspect it and see if it's trapped anywhere else.
So, make an investigation check.
That is a 5.
Yeah, it doesn't look trapped at all. This is just a satchel, just a bag. It's a little old, it's torn up, it's got a lot of scratches on the leather where it's been torn through the brambles a few times. You notice there's several tufts of hair on it. You're just going to ignore that. And you open it up, and inside of it, you do find a small coin purse as well as a little bottle with a red elixir inside of it.
Anybody recognize this?
Can I see it?
Make an arcana check.
Oh, can I guide myself?
You may. You're done with the box rocks.
I
aren't you?
know, I forgot.
I'm really dumb too.
8.
8.
I want to look at it.
Yeah, it's a red liquid, and it's giving off magic.
It's magical. I know that much.
Make an arcana check.
I don't know what it is, though. I don't recognize it.
Look like blood.
Should we drink it?
No, it look like blood.
I don't think so. It's not thick enough.
Ah, okay. That's an 11.
11? 11's still high enough to be able to, as you take a look at it, it's giving off magic. It's a red elixir. It swirls around a little bit. Yeah, it's probably a potion of some kind.
Okay.
You're not sure exactly what kind of potion it is, but
It's a potion.
it's some kind of potion.
Any markings on the satchel?
As you take a look at it, you do notice there are some markings on the satchel, actually. Let's see.
Sylvie, how'd you know that was magical?
That's a good question, isn't it?
You detect any other magic? He had a sword, that skeleton.
Oh, I suppose yes, I could. Do you know where the sword is? Can I see it?
It's in the woods.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, it's gone.
it'll probably come back in a minute.
Okay, if I see it, I'll let you know.
All right.
As you flip it around, there's a little bronze buckle on it that kind of holds it shut. It's almost falling off at this point, but it depicts the head of a boar with 2 tusks sticking out.
Do any of us recognize the sigil?
Make a history check for me.
I want to make a history check.
Anybody who's curious.
I think I'm dumb. I'm pretty dumb.
I'm not history.
I got a 6.
6? Nope.
I got a 15.
15?
13.
13? So with a 6,
it's been a while
you've
since I've had
never seen it
blindness.
before, but bronze, I mean, it's a bronze buckle. It's probably worth something. It's a pretty big chunk of bronze. Yeah, sure. Pocket that for later. The 2 of you with a 13 and a 15. You've seen this before. Sylvie, you've seen this because your parents travel, and Wiley, you know of this because you're pretty well versed with adventurers and travelers. This is the brand of a guild.
I know it.
Of a Seeker's Guild. Seeker's Guild that's run by a particularly famous boar. So,
Something tusks. Can't remember.
The tough tusk.
We'll go with that for now.
actually, it's Ridley Razorback. Is
Erase.
the name.
Ridley
Okay,
Razorback.
I thought for sure this was the other 2 because I know there was the jade thing and then there was a.
No, you're thinking of the Emerald Tusk.
Yeah, that's
One.
what I'm
No,
thinking.
those are half orc
Okay.
tusks. This is a little different, but
Razor.
I appreciate you for remembering that.
Yeah, you know.
Kudos to you.
Because I'm part of the big thing. My other character.
So, yeah, it's Ridley Razorback is the leader of that particular Seeker's
Good
Guild.
old Razorback.
Which means that that would kind of tell you guys that No, and also looking that that skeleton did not seem to have an astral shard on his person anywhere. It seems that some seekers from this particular guild might have come here and met their demise.
Untimely end.
Well, I guess we should find a way out of here. Any such luck?
We hadn't really looked. I mean,
Your voice is reminding me of Beetlejuice. It's killing me.
That's great. Yeah, we got.
It's showtime.
Wait, she came in the one exit that we have.
She's the only one who's made it through unscathed.
She's also the only one that just walked around.
Yeah, I
and tried to go.
We tried to be adventurous, and look where that got us.
Well, you're pretty good at this, aren't you, lady boy?
Yeah, I hate to say
Where'd
it,
you
but
pick
so
that accent up?
Well, I don't know. I just done comes to me, man.
He's a man of many accents.
I'm an actor on the stage of life.
Do you remember your real accent? Uh-oh.
Don't talk about that.
You see his little tear pulls up in the side of his eye.
I'm so sorry.
Lead the way.
All right.
So you make your way out back the way you came. There's the right-hand turn that leads you back to where you started. There's a path across from you as well.
And the only way to go from where we first started, right, was left? It was just left and right?
Yep, left and right. And you notice too, the path ahead of you travels up about 20 or 30 feet or so, and then it takes a left-hand turn.
Let's walk that direction.
So you're just going to continue that way.
Yeah, let's see. Let me mark this off. So, let's see. Right, assuming it doesn't change on me.
So, as you travel forward, yes.
as we're going, I want to go and take my glaive and just drag it in the dirt like a scratch a line. To see.
Okay, just kind of
Which
leaving a
direction?
little path behind you.
Yeah.
All right. So you traveling along with Timothy, just kind of letting the glaive drag behind him. You all shift forward and you take that left-hand turn. As you get to this corner, Sylvie, your detect magic picks up something. It picks up abjuration magic coming from across the hedge to the right, about 10, 15 feet away.
Ooh.
As you round this left-hand corner, you see up ahead where it travels forward, and there's a right-hand turn, or you can continue going straight.
Oh, hell, I'll turn around.
You guys took the maze route. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, this is
Don't need to do
Foggy
shit paper.
Hollow. We're in Foggy Hollow.
Haven't even made it there yet. So should we go right or straight? What do we think?
I use
I
tremor sense.
want to look at the map. Does it give me any indication on the direction we should go?
Taking a look at the map, making a survival check.
Okay.
I feel like right might be just a circle. So we go straight?
17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
So, taking a look at the map, it's a broader map of the northeastern coast of Orin.
Mm-hmm.
As you're taking a look at it, you look up at the sun, you gather that you need to travel essentially where that path continues straight, it goes up a little ways and turns to the right, or you can keep going. You gather that your heading is actually a little more to the left.
To the left. So neither of the two options.
Straight through.
Straight.
Oh, okay, straight through.
Thought you could read a map.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little shaken up right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I almost became
You got bested by me.
bush food.
We've all been there.
Yeah, we have. But that's for another day.
Onward, right? Straight ahead, right?
Straight ahead.
All
Yes.
I think so, yes.
So, you move straight ahead. As you travel about 30 feet, you come to where that path takes a right, and it's about here that you lose track of whatever that magical was coming from the other side of that hedge.
Before we move, could I have used tremor sense?
You may.
So just see what was going on around us.
Make a perception check for me.
15.
15. So, kind
14.
of feeling the ground here, before you move, in this particular area, it's a little quieter. Not as much moving around here.
Hey,
But the direction you're headed feels like it's writhing a little bit more. The ground is.
what you doing?
Communing.
I can help you with that next time you do it.
Okay.
Same goes to all of you. If you got anything special you can do, I can help you.
How?
I can guide you in a way.
You can guide me.
Sure, you want to try?
You
Maybe
could probably make it through the hedge.
Oh. I made it through the first time, okay? Just wasn't the way I wanted to.
Did you feel something?
The
Oh,
earth
yeah.
is quiet here. It's loud over there. I don't know what that means.
Seems really deep.
So where she... Not that I know that she do the magic was there, but I'm trying to... Was there a right-hand turn or was... Okay, so there's a right-hand turn, we went straight, now there's another right-hand turn.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can take a right or you can continue straight.
Oh, we can still continue straight.
Yeah, you can still
Okay.
continue straight or take a right. And there was also that right-hand turn is the direction that magic was coming from. So you can either, but the map shows that you need to go straight.
There's some magic back there. Abjuration, which I think is protection magic.
You're just now telling us that.
It happened 2 seconds ago, yes.
Oh,
That's pretty quick turnaround time.
okay.
Maybe for a fox.
I love how she can't even look you straight in the face, like she has to turn around.
What does that mean? Alright, so
I
that's
think we should head back that way.
the magic. You want to go towards the magic.
A lot of signs, Read the signs.
Was
that's all I
was
do.
there more vines near the magic?
No, it was quiet.
It's quiet.
It's
near
quiet.
the
Yeah.
magic.
All
This
the other
whole thing is
vines
full of
been
vines. It's
screaming.
paths.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, be my guest.
All right, let's go.
Baggins.
So you kind of backtrack a little bit. You take a right, and as you curl, it's a very sharp turn. It curls completely around. Goes kind of parallel to the direction you just came from, but it dead ends about 20 feet away. And you notice where the brambles are still high here. There's still a lot of vines kind of curled around this end point. And there's this singular plant growing here. The vines and everything will not touch it. They shift around it. You watch as they writhe like snakes, as if they lash out towards it like they want to touch it from time to time, but they won't quite get to it. And you see this tall, almost like a rose bush, kind of growing upwards at a conical form, and at the very top of it, giving off this faint pink glow, there is this red flower with this long golden stamen kind of extending out from it.
Is that where the magic's coming from?
It's coming from that flower.
That's where the magic's coming from. But I wouldn't touch it if I were you.
Why not?
Something bad could happen.
Well, it doesn't look like the vines are attacking it. What's the worst that can happen?
Death.
We've been here before. Yeah.
I'm well acquainted with that. Does it look climbable?
What's that? Does it look climbable? It's not that tall. It's only about it's a bush that stands about 3 feet
It's a
high.
rose bush.
It's just a rose.
Yeah, it's like a little
bush.
rose bush.
In the middle of this sea of vines.
Yeah, like they're writhing around and twisting and turning. It's the dead end of this little passageway. It's almost like they want to reach out and take it,
Oh,
and they
okay.
can't.
What might happen if we take a leaf?
I don't know.
I say we take the whole plant. May offer us some protection.
Are there any petals from this flower that have fallen on the ground?
As you take a look, there are a few at the base of it. They're withered and dying. You see where it looks like there might have been probably a dozen or so more of these blooms, but now they've all withered and fallen to the ground. This seems to be the last one on the bush.
Grab a couple of those and toss them into the vine and see if anything
Take a
happens.
few for the petals
That are on the ground.
Yeah. You toss them to the vines. The vines writhe around them, grind them to dust.
Well, I'm not brave enough to touch it because I know it's protected.
What about that stuff you did with the corn vest? We stand back and you try that.
What are y'all talking
With
about?
what?
I reach out. You see a mage hand come behind me.
This little badger paw just kind of
He goes up and picks a leaf off the plant.
reaches forward towards the plant and pulls the leaf off. Nothing happens.
Move it towards the vines.
So you take the leaf and you move them towards the vines. As they gets within a couple of inches of the vines, one of the vines lashes out of the leaf and grinds it to pieces.
That didn't help.
How'd you do that?
Yeah, how did you do that?
With my mind.
He's in our heads.
And a message. I live here.
That's not a very hospitable place to live, I'll tell you that much. There's a lot of darkness in there.
Have you seen Dark Days?
Yes, I live in the dark.
Insight check.
Make an insight check. Make persuasion or deception your choice.
Oh, God. Okay, that's not good.
Ooh, 14.
14.
Ooh, this is...
Deception or persuasion. Just depends on if you're telling the truth.
I have, +0 and... You said what? What'd you got?
14.
I got 13. I am telling the truth.
Have you seen Dark Days?
You live in the dark.
He might live in a trash can.
It could be literal or physical.
You think the darkness is your ally?
Yes, I was born in the darkness.
Molded by it.
Yes. You merely,
Adopted it.
I didn't see the light until I was already a grown raccoon.
Well, do we want to get the plant? Or leave it alone?
I
Could
am
be
a
a
fan
trap.
of leaving it alone.
I start going towards the plant.
Heading towards the plant.
Yes, I want to grab the plant.
Alright, so you shift over towards the plant.
I reach
What,
for his
is it-
tail with the mage hand
like,
and
is
try
it-
to pull him back.
Is it So you said it's a part of a bush, so I can't like get the whole plant. I have to get the little blossom.
You would probably have to get the bloom.
Okay, yeah.
Highly unlikely to get that whole plant out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig it up.
I go for the bloom.
So as you reach for the bloom, you
I
feel a
start
tug
running.
on your tail, and you just run for it.
Yeah, I run.
Alright, so
for
you
it.
break free
I'm
from the
running
mage
for it.
hand,
Yes.
and you reach up and you snatch at the bloom. You snatch it off, stem and all. Still gives off that pale glow. Nothing happens. Take it off. It smells
Okay.
very sweet.
The smell of victory. And I start walking back towards the fire.
Well,
Well,
you alive?
yeah, I think so. Nothing to it.
Has that effect on the plant over there?
Scaredy K9s.
He's probably gonna die tonight.
Plants.
Probably.
I die every
Unfortunate
night.
soul. He's so young.
Only 3.5, I hear.
I know, just a baby.
Just a baby.
You know I can hear you, right? You know I got ears that work.
What?
Yeah, obviously you don't. Alright, so I
Any change in the vines around the plant?
As you pluck the flower and he begins to make his way back towards you, you hear as the vines begin to curl forward and engulf the rest of the bush, and it vanishes.
I guess we'll go straight then.
Alright, it's a good omen. Let's go. Let's
Do I
keep
recognize
going.
this bloom?
Make a nature check.
Yeah, do I?
Nature check.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Hey!
Oh, that's 2 tonight. Not 20.
Natural 20. Very nice.
Nature. So my nature. 17.
17.
Nice.
With a natural 20 and a 17 even, as you take a look at it closely and you smell the sweet smell, you pull it around and you actually get a closer look at this bloom. It's like I said, it's like this red blossom. It looks like a cross between a rose and a lotus. As some of the petals kind of curl and some of them kind of protrude outwards. And there's this very golden, like shining stain that kind of sticks up out of the top of it. This is called the spring maiden. This is a very rare herb, rare flower that alchemists use to produce certain kinds of protective potions and elixirs. Find a good alchemist, they might be willing to purchase this from you, or they might be willing to blend it and make something for you.
I want to bring out the potion that I found and compare the colors.
Taking a look at it, it is a slightly more fuchsia colored like red. It's a little more on the pinkish side, a little different from the potion you have.
Interesting.
Yes. I'll put it in my satchel.
I have one of those too now.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
So, you make your way back
My
to
ratty
the
blood-covered satchel.
passageway where you were heading straight. Are you going to continue straight along that path?
Yes,
like
I
you were
want to
going
see if
before?
it has any effect on the...
As you kind of pull it towards the vines, it does the same thing that the fire did. The vines kind of reach backwards. It doesn't open up a path per se, but within about a foot, 12-inch area around the flower, the vines pull away from it.
That's a cool trick.
Yes, well, we saw how it did on the bush, so I just figured it'd do the same thing.
So, continue forward.
Yes.
So as you continue your path forward, you wrap around. It slowly begins to list to the left up ahead. You travel about 30 or 40 feet or so, and it begins to list to the left, kind of a slow curve. And as you wrap around to the end of the curve here, you notice strung up ahead of you, curled up in vines, you see more skeletons. All of them strung up like puppets along the wall of brambles. There are 3 of them in total. All of them appear to be canine in nature. Coyotes, maybe. As you look at them, you seem to have they all wear the gear of bandits. You see the leather armors that are kind of like the black leathers that are kind of pulled, gnarled and torn apart. The scimitar, the nasty, rusted-looking scimitars that are hanging on their sides. These do appear to be coyote bandits. They tend to roam the Evansville Downs in search of wandering merchants. And as you get close, you watch as one, and you see as the vines begin to control it like a puppet as it steps down off the wall. The other one as well. And the third, as they all kind of look to your direction. I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, great.
Oh, perfect.
This one has been doing good. But it's not
Damn.
bad.
We did bad, guys.
Real bad.
We did real bad.
Really bad.
There was 3 of these skeletons. Okay.
Alright, let's see what we got.
I think broke already.
Oh. It dropped.
Somebody dropped it? Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Wait, what happened?
It just a
Not
little,
like, yeah, just a
piece.
little splinter
Oh.
came off.
Little piece broke off.
Alright, let me find this particular map
You okay?
I had a vision.
Oh.
I had a vision.
Not a premonition.
here. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit of a different map here. Compared to what's used to, because I printed it at one point. Alright. There it is. It's that one. So, let's see what we got, everybody. 25 to 20.
Oh, that's just mean.
20 to 15.
That's just mean.
The battle.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. 15 to 10. Y'all.
We're baby. We're just baby.
Yeah, but we didn't even roll good.
No, not even a little bit. I rolled a natural 1, so yeah.
Well, if it makes you all feel any better, I rolled a 2 for my
Okay.
initiative. So
Whoa.
just tell me what you got.
Nice.
I got a 6.
6.
3.
9, 6, 6, and 3. They still beat you. So a 9, 6, 6.
What's your dex?
So top of the round is you're gonna be higher dex, I think, than him.
I think so too.
Plus 2.
Oh,
14.
we're both plus 2?
I think yours is a 15.
Yeah, mine's 15.
So yours is higher. All right, so Sylvia actually goes first.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some low initiative rolls though.
Yeah.
these are
Followed
terrible.
by
Wiley?
Wiley, then Tim.
Good old
Then it's gonna be the Bones.
Oh, I thought Bones.
Nah.
My character,
Bones
yes,
is back.
Bones is
Oh,
back.
we're so fucked.
he's the enemy.
Sorry, they're actually called Bone Dolls.
Bone dolls.
So.
Dang, I thought you were saying your initiative was a 2.
And then, no, I rolled a 2. But their initiative is a +2, which puts them at a 4. So, bottom of the round is going to be a bag. Alright, let me switch that bag. Good old bag.
Bag. They call me bag. Yeah.
Alright. So, let me put you guys out here. Since we did not get everyone printed, we're just going to do the best we have. This is Sylvie here.
Sylvie.
Little old me.
Little me.
Oh.
Just a little cutie.
Oh, I really imagined that we were walking on our hind parts.
Are we
You are.
not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
You're
She's
sitting.
just sitting.
Oh.
It's just the way that I designed it. I actually sculpted that many.
Oh, nice.
Go away, little box.
Goodbye, Box.
Alright, so we got Sylvie. We got Tim McPew.
Tim.
Come on.
We got Bag the Badger.
I've been waiting to say that
And
so,
then we got
so much.
we got Wiley here because we didn't have time to print your many today, unfortunately.
okay,
So
it's
Wiley,
okay.
you're gonna be the other fox.
It's okay.
And
I saw it. I like it though. I looked at it. It was good.
I did it while at work. Because you sent me the message, I was like, I got it.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Yeah, setting up the digital art stuff today took longer than I wanted it to.
It's okay. It's okay.
here, blocking your path ahead of you. Bone
These
dolls.
bitches.
You watch as the vines kind of release them. The wall itself kind of pulls apart and thins, and you can see another path beyond on the other side. So, top of the round, Sylvie, what you got?
Oh, Pickett, I wish you were here. I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my
Okay.
quarterstaff.
I think you already cast it earlier.
You did.
Does it
Yeah,
last?
does it stay? It only stays for a minute.
Oh, it's only
Yeah,
a minute?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, then he would have
So
recast it.
recast it as a
The
bonus
action or
action.
bonus action?
Bonus action.
Alright.
And then I will get within 30 feet and do Thorn Whip.
Thorn Whip. Gotcha.
Yeah. Sure.
So you're already within 30 feet of him, so go ahead and
All right, attack roll.
make an attack.
It's probably not gonna hit. That is a 4.
No, a 4 is not going to hit.
Oh,
So
Oh,
the
my goodness.
thorny vines reach forward, and you see as the vines that are kind of controlling
First
these
casualty.
creatures, they kind of shift out of the way as it kind of whips past one of them.
Shit. Okay. I will move and get out of the way and
All right.
get in that little corner right
Kind
there.
of shifting into this
30
corner
feet.
here. That ends
They're
your turn.
pretty nimble.
All right, Wiley, you're up.
That's it.
I will. What weapons do these? Do they have weapons, or are they just skeletons?
They're just skeletons. They do have weapons on their hilts, but they're not using them for some reason.
All right. I am going to move up about 5 feet.
Okay. Count where Sylvie just was.
All right, 5 more feet. And then I'm going to hold an action and attack if they approach me.
All right, gotcha. What weapon are you holding?
I'm holding the crook staff.
Crook staff.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, Tim.
We'll go and move up on the one closest, and
Okay.
but I will stay back till I got reach of my glaive.
All right. Oh, okay. So you're gonna stay.
When
keeping this
yeah,
distance?
Yeah, if I can still
All
attack.
right. Kind of imposing yourself between Sylvie and the creature. All right. Make an attack roll.
So chivalrous.
He's an
7.
oldie.
7. You take
Damn.
the glaive and you slash forward. You watch as you slash straight for the shoulder blade of this skeleton. Guys, this is tough. As the glaive comes down, you hear as the vines pull the shoulder, the arm off, and the body to the right.
Wow.
The glaive kind of swings down, and then the vines kind of puts it back together again, and it. Do you do anything else?
Can I bonus action attack? No, it's not the right weapon.
Nope, not the right weapon.
Yeah,
Not the right weapon.
So then I will. I'm not gonna do that. That would be a mistake. I'll just I'll back up
Okay.
5 feet.
All right, so back up a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah,
That ends your turn.
yep.
It's now the Bubble Doll's turns. This one is going to begin rushing in your direction. It does just make that kind of. As it begins to shamble forward, the vines kind of making it run, and it's this weird looking kind of like. just scuttling
Creepy.
as it shifts across. As it gets on top of you, it's going to make a slam attack. That's going to be a natural 20.
Oh!
Ouch.
So,
He's down.
Yeah.
No. Oh no.
oh my god, I rolled a 1 and a 2. That's straight
Yeah.
trash. You're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Let's still have our HP.
As it runs forward and it makes a slant, it kind of lurches forward with its bony arm and strikes you in the side of the head. It rattles you a little bit. It's been a while since you've been in a good scuffle. This one here is going to shift forward and get within your range.
Alright. Get attacked.
Get it.
Alright, 16 plus 5.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Hit at 8. Skip.
And this is your specialist weapon, right?
Yes. So it's a D8 and a D4.
D4.
Damn.
Yikes. Alright. Very high damage right here.
Yikes.
That's 6 points of damage.
It's bludgeoning damage, right?
Yes,
So,
bludgeoning.
As you sling, as it gets close, you take that staff and you just wind up and as you hit it in the rib cage, you break through you watch as the leather armor is so old and dried out, it just cracks and crumbles, and you crash right through its ribs and everything. The skeleton falls to pieces on the ground. They kind of clatter around the vines, try to pull it back up together again, but is unable to do so.
Nice.
Nice.
So, however, the other one
Bring it on.
just kind of rushes forward. It's going to make an attack roll against you.
You can try.
Sharp rocks at the bottom.
That is a 14.
Misses.
No, it's a 14 plus. Sorry. It's going to be. So it's going to be a 17.
Hits.
Oh no!
Bye. I'm going to fix this little trait one of these days to where that doesn't happen. That's going to be. You can take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
I scooted it out and it actually helped a little bit.
Very
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
a
Yeah,
nice
actually.
Yeah, you scooted out.
Yeah. So the creature kind of rushes forward as you slam through the first one. You can't quite wind up fast enough as the other one's on top of you, and its skull kind of headbutts into you. Your nose kind of pops upwards, and yeah, it didn't feel good.
No.
It's going to end their turns. Bad, you're up.
Yea, though I walk through the valley, and I'm putting on my helm, of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for I'm the baddest motherfucker. And I use my whip. Start trying to pop him in the face. I gotta move up to be within 10 feet. Yeah.
Yep. Make an attack roll.
Maybe he's a retired actor.
They probably fired him.
This is 12.
12 hits, actually.
Fuck yes. Woo!
That would have been embarrassing.
That's 7.
7 points. So with the whip, as you say this, you shout this, put the helmet on, you rush forward and you flash your whip. Wiley, as you're holding your nose, trying to keep the blood back from pouring, and you hear this as the whip like goes flying over your shoulder and grabs onto the skull of this creature and just yanks it off. And as it does, the whole spine pulls off the rib cage and it comes clattering to the ground.
Fatality.
The vine's completely incapable of pulling it together again.
And then I'll move over towards the other one. Kind of in between, yeah, right there.
Right there, kind of keeping that 10-foot distance.
Yes, exactly.
Got you. All right, top of the round, Sylvie.
Okay, I will pivot around to the back of it to try and flank it if I can.
Yep, you may.
All right, and then I will make an attack with my quarterstaff. 14?
14 hits.
All right. Oh, so many twos. And a D8 because of Shillelagh. Nice. I never use it. I guess it's just a straight D8, so that's 7 points.
7 points because your strength is what?
0.
Alright, so 7 points. But it is bludgeoning damage, and you guys realize as you're hitting these things, they're very brittle.
0.
So it seems like hitting them with something that causes blunt force is probably the trick here.
Okay.
As you rush around behind it, and you come crashing down onto its skull, and as you hit it, the skull kind of caves into the neck bone and goes, and it just kind of and falls over.
Wow.
Okay. I could add, I guess with Shillelagh you can use your spell casting as the...
Is the damage?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Attack
so
and
it does a
damage.
little bit more. Gotcha.
It's dead, but I'll remember that. I never use it.
So.
Is everyone alright?
Define alright?
Alive.
Alive, yes.
Good.
That's good. Good work, team.
Yes.
Very.
Do we have 10 minutes? I can look for some magic.
We don't see anything else coming in our immediate.
You notice as you slay these creatures, you watch as the thicket up ahead just kind of separates. Where it was holding these bones were kind of blocking the path. It kind of falters, separates, revealing another passage beyond. And you see on the other side, as you've slain these creatures, you notice there is a cart buried in the thicket on the other side. Completely caved in and kind of pulled halfway underneath the brambles and vines. There's this sea of vines kind of washing over it.
Which way we come from?
You came from this direction.
Okay.
And around to the left there.
There we
So.
go.
I think we have 10 minutes.
Yeah. At least.
So you want to take 10 minutes? Take a moment to ritual cast Detect Magic? Detect Magic pulses out. And you pick up
What do you
from inside that cart, there is a bit of enchantment magic.
I sense magic in that direction. Inside the cart. Fairly certain it's enchantment. Keep going.
Is it
Cart.
Who are you asking?
All of us.
To the cart, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, y'all go
Is
ahead.
anyone good at checking for traps?
Yep, I am, but I'm a little
hurt?
hurt right now.
Too good, guys.
I'm
Oh, I hurt right
arguably
now.
the worst.
Yeah, I'm real bad too. Real bad at that too. I'll give it a shot though.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. I'm an adventurer.
I see
that's what
a
I do.
lot, but I also don't see.
What are you talking
I see, but I don't
about?
see.
Tim, what is she talking
You make a great actress, young one.
Really? You
Really?
think so?
Yes.
Oh, man,
A wonderful character. I will study
Yeah,
you.
they make up all kinds of stuff.
I never thought about being an actor.
You're an actor every day.
So you're going to approach.
Yeah, I'm gonna
so as
check
you
this
step
trap,
through,
yeah.
you notice, like I said, there's this sea of vines that kind of pulls up. It's almost like a mound that's kind of pulled across this cart, kind of pulling it under. You see as half the cart, it looks more like a carriage, actually, and it has been crumbled and kind of fallen apart, except for the back half of it that still sticks up. The wheels kind of turned on the side. The door opens upward at this point as it's kind of listed onto the left-hand side of the cart, of the carriage itself. As you pass through this, you notice there is also, to the left-hand side of this little area, there's another path that leads further on to the straight, and then backwards to the left that kind of goes back the way you came.
Okay, so there's straight and there's backwards. And there's this cart. I want to check the cart for traps.
Since
You said you could guide me, right?
Yeah, I was about
let's-
to do that. I got
Let's
excited.
let's see if this works.
All right.
since
You
last
have
time
been
we got
blessed by Sylvie.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're welcome.
something in them vines.
We'll see.
Last time you got something in them vines, you know.
Something, yeah, because I went through them. But now I got this flower, so I think I'm good.
See yourself.
All right. So
I can heal you if it goes wrong.
Yeah,
Just-
I hope so.
Yell.
cast guidance.
Yeah.
As she casts guidance onto you, you do feel you feel a little more confident for some reason. There's like this. You feel nimble,
Even
a little
more?
clear-minded. Like there's something to this guidance thing.
Okay.
You notice between you and the front portion of the carriage, there is about 5 to 6 feet of these brambles and vines that kind of wrap and curl, and you see as they're churning, you watch as every now and again one kind of slithers upwards and kind of like a snake, just kind of rising up and kind of goes back down. It's almost like they're trying to consume this carriage, and you see as you watch from when it kind of pulls it and crumbles it a little bit deeper in.
So yeah, do I check for traps?
So you want to
I want to investigate the cart.
All right, so you'll have to get to the carriage first.
Yes, I want to walk through the brambles.
You're gonna walk through them.
Yes, with my flower
Holding it down by your
and my flame. I'm gonna get the torch.
Okay,
back
so
out.
you get the flame and the flower.
yes.
And you're just kind of.
And I'm walking through.
just-
I'm walking slowly through.
So you watch as he shifts forward with the torch in one hand, the flower in the other, kind of using them to part the sea of brambles. As he walks around, they reform behind him, kind of curling it. And every time you get close, you hear as they kind of just kind of let out these weird shrieking squeals. And you have to keep moving around you to pivot through until you get to the carriage and you manage to pull yourself up. You see, like I said, there is a door on the carriage here as you kind of approach it. You look inside, the curtains are falling inwards, and the window is cracked and shattered, but you can see inside. And within, you notice that the other door on the other side is completely consumed with the vines. Tied to the right-hand side of the cart, kind of hanging there from a chain, there is a chest.
And she detected some kind of magic or something.
Did the brambles close up around him to where we can't see him anymore?
No, you can see him standing on top of the carriage now.
Okay.
But it's like a 2 to 3 feet deep of mound of brambles around the carriage on either side.
Could I get close enough to sense exactly where the magic is emanating from?
It's coming from the center of that carriage.
It's right in the middle.
Well, you see it there, Wiley?
Is that the chest? The middle?
Yeah, it's kind of like hanging
Okay.
from. It looks like it was strapped. It was kind of strapped to the seat, and when the carriage got tossed over, it just started hanging there. You would note too, it's kind of long. It's narrow. It's probably 8 inches on either side, but it's about 30 inches long.
And it's hanging by a piece of what? What is it?
Chain, like it's a
Okay, chain.
it's a chain. It looks like it was chained to the wall. You notice the chain on the bottom has rusted and it's like broken loose, but it looks like it was chained to the seat here, like it was being transported and protected.
Okay.
You would also note that it bears the same crest, that same boar's crest on it.
Brazen back.
Astro.
The fool. Okay, I relay that. I see a chest in here. That's probably the source of the magic.
Get it and throw it out.
It's connected by a chain.
Can you break the chain?
I want to try to break the chain.
Make an attack roll.
You see any keys?
Make sure you don't drop it in the vines.
Attack roll. All right. Let's see.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna get my rope out.
Okay.
Tie one into the glaze so I can like dig it in the ground and essentially throw it up to him.
Okay, make a strength check for me. With that, as you're kind of like digging that glaive in. What is it? 7?
17.
17?
I hit the dice. I don't know how you do that.
All those dice in there.
What is it? 6?
I can't do that either.
You feel pretty strong.
Yep.
You dig it into the ground and
Yep.
it feels pretty sturdy. So,
What did I
look
so while you smack the side of that chain, like keeping a hold of the cart, making sure not to fall in, you smack the side of that chain. You watch as it kind of rattles and shifts, and you watch as the case turns, and as it does, you notice on the other side of the case there is a lock.
There's a lock.
As it twists around after you hit it.
Alright, so could I get within lock picking distance?
Well, using the hook of your cane, you could easily pull it up towards you.
Alright, I'll do that.
So you take the hook and you kind of pull it in your direction and kind of set it on top of the carriage. You guys watch as he reaches in and he scoops out this long, narrow box, kind of sets it on top of the carriage with him.
Alright, I want to try to lockpick it.
Make a lockpicking check.
What is that?
Dex plus your proficiency.
Plus a D4.
You have guidance.
Oh yeah, because this is my first check. Okay.
Listen, if you're bad at what you do, it's not my fault.
Yeah, that's crazy. So this is so it's the what I roll plus what?
It's dexterity plus your proficiency, and then you get a D4.
Okay, dexterity.
Are you proficient with thieves' tools? There's the question.
Oh, that's a good question. Am I? You made the
Do
question.
you have thieves' tools?
Oh.
Stalkers are not proficient with thieves' tools.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Raccoons are proficient with sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Doubly so.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
This
know.
is a thieves' tools check.
I would.
I don't think you have thieves' tools.
I don't know. I feel like I would have purchased thieves' tools in my line of work.
That's fine.
Yeah. But I'm not proficient with them.
You're not proficient with
Okay,
it.
okay.
So it's just a dexterity
So
check
it's a
then.
dexterity check.
Yep.
That is a.
Just go do everything.
Plus 2. That's an 11.
No. It's not open.
No. Okay.
You see any keys anywhere?
I want to look around for keys. I want to investigate.
I can look around for keys too.
Make perception checks.
Oh, I
Also look for a key.
No.
Well, looking for things, eh? I can't see nothing.
12.
12?
7.
7? Look around. What was yours?
So is this a perception or investigation?
Perception to look for a key.
Okay. That's a 9.
You all look around. Lots of vines, lots of brambles, a few bones littered about. No keys.
Did I see what he was doing up there?
Yeah, you can see he's trying to
I'm
open
on
up.
the
He's
top
trying to
of
get
the-
into that.
You know, I noticed he was like using tools as opposed to just trying to take his dagger or something.
Yep.
What dag?
Oh. Hey, Wally.
Yeah, Tim. What's up?
So you're struggling with them tools up there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Why don't you, I throw this rope up here and you tie it to that chest and we drag it out. And
It's chained to the wall.
I'm strong, I might be able to just yank it out of
You're
there.
strong. I'm pretty strong too.
Then we both tug on it,
Alright.
and then you let me borrow your tools because I'm pretty good with them.
All right. Well, give me the rope.
So you throw the rope forward.
Yeah.
You tie it on to the. Make a dexterity check for the tie. It's gonna be. This is sleight of hand.
All right.
Tying this rope on. This one you are doubly proficient in.
Am I?
As a raccoon.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah. So you take your little thumbs and your fingers and you.
Yeah, I got thumbs.
Yep.
Superior.
You tie the rope. You tie it pretty tight onto the other side of this, and you take your spring maiden and your torch, and you make your way back, shifting back to the party. You two grab onto the rope. Go ahead and make strength checks, both of you, to try and yank this thing
I want
out.
to tie the end of the rope to me and like dig all fours in the ground and start pulling.
All right,
to
make a strength check for me as well.
I can guide somebody who's
Actually,
really strong.
this will be athletics. So if you are proficient in athletics, this will count.
19.
Oh, if I'm proficient at athletics.
Yeah. It's just an athletics check.
I would love some guidance, but I think can I have it now? Is it not too late?
No.
19.
Oh, this is guiding somebody. It's something.
Check.
Wait,
Not
I
a
didn't
save.
even add that +4 to whatever. Did I?
You didn't.
No, you didn't roll it because you rolled a dirty 20. Or well, you
No,
rolled
the
really
one
low on
before.
the check,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
didn't bother.
Yeah.
So
So did I lose it?
no, it's only, it hasn't been a minute yet. You're still good. So
You lost it.
Dirty what now?
Yeah, it's dirty. Okay, so that's it.
Whoa, he used it. Let me do it again.
So as you two go to pull, she casts it on you. What is your roll? 5, even with guidance.
Shut up, Hunter.
You got a 19 and a what?
16.
16, 19, and a 5. So you dig in, and they go to pull, and you kind of, you go to lurch forward, and they pull so hard that it yanks the chest, like the chain goes breaking out of the wood. You go tumbling forward.
I I want to finish with some flair.
Make a performance check.
Oh, yeah. That's a 24.
You meant to do it. You tumble forward and you come up with a nice plie.
And
Bow.
scene.
Ever the actor.
What was that?
Yeah.
That's your cue to applaud,
I
guys.
remember that stunt.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Never seen anything like that.
So the chest comes flying out. It almost smacks you in the chest as you, Tim. You kind of like grab it as you go tumbling backwards, and you hear something inside kind of clang around a bit.
I wonder what happened to his troop.
Maybe he was one of those solo acts.
Do they have those?
Yes.
Yeah, if your pride is big enough.
Papa always said pride comes before the fall. Well, I just fell.
Just look that one up.
So you now have the chest with something enchanted inside.
So why are they them toolishes working on? Can I borrow them?
Yeah, yeah. You can try your hand at it, Tim.
Make a thieves' tools check.
I am proficient with them.
Not with dice, apparently.
Yeah.
Do you want some help?
Well, I should have done that first. That was so I get my dex of.
Sounds like it's not going to help.
Yeah,
So +2 plus.
that's 9.
Yeah,
It's plus
what
4
else?
to 5.
Tim.
You take him. You guys watch as Tim gets all ready and he. You break the needle tip off.
Oh, no.
Riley, why did you do that?
Tim, those were expensive.
I'm proficient with them, damn it.
While they're
Battles.
can I on those skeletons, are they gone completely?
As you turn around, they're just littering the ground. A couple of them are being pulled back towards the brambles, like they're like bits and pieces of them, but they're still scattered about.
Still don't have any clothes on them?
Just some old cracked leather armor. Most of the clothing's gone though.
And you didn't see any keys.
No, not within the carriage. Not without the carriage.
Is this thing too heavy for us to carry? You can just carry it out.
Yeah, we can just carry it.
How strong does this chest look? I want to see if I just
Tim.
take my glaive and wedge it in there and pop it open.
Make an attack roll.
I like the way you think.
Is it a really nice box?
It's kind of like it's a thick hardwood box with iron bands all the way around it. It's pretty sturdy.
13.
13. You take your glaive and you jab it into the phone. Swing it around. You take the glaive. You start hitting it with it. You just like bang, 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 bang. Just start slapping it against it. It does nothing.
Tim, please stop. You already broke my tools. Let's just carry it out. You carry it.
Then I like take the rope that's hooked to it and tie it to my freaking back or
Yep, you
something.
can just kind of sling it over your back and. So, what's to next, guys? You're gonna travel forward and continue straight.
Ever forward.
Where does this map tell us to go?
Says go forward till we hit the town.
Forward.
So you kind of shift around to see, like I said, there's an opening to the left that leads kind of back the way you came, but to the north, essentially. You shift forward around the corner. You kind of travel a few feet ahead, probably 30 or 40 feet down this maze, and then it opens up into this large opening. And you see the vines here are thick, shifting around. There is no exit that you can tell. And as you enter into this area, you watch as the vines begin to writhe and shift. You watch as several bone dolls kind of reach their hands up out, and then it kind of swirls back underneath. And then you hear this.
Get into a Clint Eastwood stance.
Like we hit the mother vine.
You see as this spiral of vines begins to twist up and pull together, forming this massive shape, this form that kind of rises up in the center of this opening, of this clearing. You see as the eyes begin to glow, these like openings open up within the vines, forming this face that kind of looks down upon you, and these eyes begin to illuminate that look like the same green glow from the withering. That blue-green arcane aura that just kind of looks down upon you. And he watches 3 more of those skeletons begin to crawl out from the brambles, pushing them way aside. You see is the skeleton of a boar pulls itself up, and there is a key dangling around its neck. And we're going to take a quick break.
That's the key!
It is.
Oh,
We're going to take a quick break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys. And we're back. So, as you all step forward into this, I just realized I can't see any of it on the map, actually. I might have to slide. Let me slide the map forward a little bit.
Uh-oh. You want me to resituate?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I got it.
So, as you step through here, you watch as the vines churn and pull together, forming this large humanoid-like creature that kind of rises up out of the ground. These long tendril-like hands extending forward in your direction. And as they do, you watch as the vines kind of pull together these puppets as the bones begin to climb up and clatter to their feet. Vines controlling their every move. I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
Here we go.
As you face
Huzzah!
the
We not
bone
already did
snatcher.
No,
I guess we did do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Schwartz.
Bone snatcher.
Thank you, dear.
You're
Bone snatcher.
I'm just going to start it
that was
off.
better.
You know, I have to always do it 25 to 20, just in case.
21.
See? There we go.
There we
Doing better, we're doing
go.
better.
I get the top. So, 20 to 15.
I got a 17.
15.
All right,
Okay,
that's
we're doing
better,
pretty good. We're
guys.
doing
That's
better.
better. So, Bag, then Sylvie. Then we got Tim. What you got?
Now I
Wiley?
can't
Nine.
not think
Nine.
about it.
So, then the Bone Snatcher.
Jimmy! Yeah. Bone snatcher, that's what you said.
And then Wiley.
Hash slinging slasher.
It's the mash flinging.
Slash
The hash flinging. So, bone dolls, bone snatcher, Wiley.
Yep. All right, Bag. Top of the round. What you gonna do?
Ah! And I move towards that skeleton, yep, just on the outside, and pop him with a whip one time.
All right, so you shift within range with a nice little flourish and a nice spin. Whip your, crack your whip out and do make an attack roll.
13.
13 hits, roll damage.
Yeah. There's a 4. Oh, there we go. 6.
6. All right. With a 6, the whip kind of arcs across. Let me see. Yeah, arcs across, and as it hits one of the ribs, it wraps around, and you just go. Bink, bink. And as you pluck the rib out, the rest of it kind of folds behind, clatters to the ground.
And I'll move towards where it was
Okay.
and face, yeah, like that. Perfect.
That ends your turn.
Yes.
Sylvie, you're up.
Okay, are these squares 5-foot squares?
These squares are 10-foot squares.
10 foot.
Yeah, this is not. I didn't redo the map. I didn't have time to, so these are 10-foot squares.
Okay, I will cast Shillelagh on my staff,
Okay.
and then I'll run to the other side if I can make it 30 feet.
Which side? Like that way?
Go that way around that one. Oh, no.
No, no. Where do you want to go?
Hook it.
Towards you.
Yeah, towards you.
Oh, towards me.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. 5, 10.
Get around to his backside. I'm gonna hit him.
Oh, you're gonna get around behind him. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, all good.
All right,
And
so you shift
then-
around behind him.
Make an attack roll. Ooh, that was a ride. 22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
Hell yeah.
Right. Maybe it just needs some force. Ew. 6 points.
6 points.
Yeah.
All right.
It's enough.
As you rush
It's
around
enough.
behind it, you crack the creature on the back and kind of shatter its vertebrae, and it goes clattering to the ground. The vines kind of pulling up around it.
Okay, I don't know if I have any movement. Was that all my movement?
That would have taken 20 feet either.
Okay, just 10 feet that way.
So, which way?
Towards the badger.
All
That's
right.
good.
Hello, Sylvie. Great shot.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Did you mean it?
I meant it.
Tim, you're up.
Okay, so
I'm starting to enjoy this.
it's gonna take an action for me to swap weapons.
If you have your glaive drawn, unless you drop it, you could throw it and then draw it.
Okay, if I drop it, I can draw my hand axes. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll drop it.
Well, you can only draw one hand axe. You
Oh,
can't
okay.
draw two.
All right, well screw it. I'm gonna take my glaive and I'll go up to that other one and I'm gonna whack at him.
Swag him. Schwack him.
Oh, that's a 19 plus.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Okay.
Schmack.
10.
Just had to get in the groove of things.
6 points.
We all got 6, just enough.
It is literally just enough. As the glaive, you shift forward and you take a swing and kind of crack this creature, cleave straight through the sternum. And it goes, you see as you cut that key off, this is that boar skeleton, as it kind of rises up, as you carve across it, the key goes kind of clattering to the ground, and the skeleton falls.
So I can't pick up the key, that'd be an action. I will take my movement and I will keep going along the hedge line towards that way, yeah.
This is about as far as you can get there.
I thought you were an enemy.
End your turn?
Because you're not
Yep.
painted.
All right.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's the wrong one.
Is going to shift forward. You see as all the vines begin to curl and shift in your direction, kind of lurching forward, kind of dragging it across. I need Sylvie and Tim to make dexterity saving throws. The rest of you are just out of reach.
Still alive.
You don't need. It's a real concern for me.
No good. You can't guide
14.
yourself.
14?
I was going to see if I had anything else.
Sylvie?
6.
6.
Ooh.
Tim, you just succeed.
Ooh, boy.
Sylvie, you're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And the vines begin to swirl around you and kind of weigh you down, and then before you know it, you are pulled up and kind of lifted out of the ground. You are grappled by the vines.
Shit.
I'm stuck.
Play dead. They don't like you when you're dead. Works for me sometimes.
And then with its bonus action, it is going to, you see as it kind of... I need someone to roll a d4 for me.
Got it.
I'm not rolling nothing.
I'm not rolling nothing. It's a 1.
And you see
No!
as another skeleton begins to pull up out of the vines and ground and kind of crawl to its feet. In this
Nice.
turn, Wiley, you're up.
Wiley, take him out.
Okay. So, the ground, what does it look like?
It's mostly just covered in vines.
Okay. So, would it look like it would be rough terrain to move through?
It is not. You can step through it, kind of run across it. They're pretty rigid, but it is just
Okay.
a lot of vines kind of shifting across the
And
ground.
how far away am I from Sylvie?
You are about 25 feet, roughly.
Okay.
What's it going to be?
Yeah, okay. So would it take an action?
Bagger on deck.
Would it take an action to put the flower towards the vines? Or, like, because I already have it out.
Yeah, I mean, if you already have it out, you could just
walk
I would
towards
say you
it,
could
right?
reach out.
Yeah, reach out to it. Okay, so I want to go over there and reach out towards the vines that have her enwrapped with the flower
Okay.
and the torch.
All right. So you shift forward.
Yes.
Kind of shifting across, you take the torch and the flower, and you kind of reach them forward.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as the vines kind of retract and pull her away from you, kind of shifting her further away, but they don't let her go.
Oh, okay.
This is not a fun ride. I would not recommend it.
So how far away is that? The skeleton? It's like 15.
Roughly 15 feet.
Okay. This is okay.
It's so tough when there's not much you can do.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to attack the vines with my torch.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Nice.
Let's go.
That's gonna be a good one.
Okay, that's a 19 plus.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Roll damage.
What would the damage be?
For a lit torch, it's a D4. It's an improvised weapon.
D4.
Come on.
D4 fire damage.
Okay, D4. That's a 2 fire damage.
2 points of fire damage. You take the torch and you slam it against the vines, and you see as the sparks and embers kind of hit it, and it just lets out. You see as the creature, and it releases Sylvie and drops her to the ground.
Nice.
Welcome back, folks.
Then I want to use
Gotta go somewhere.
the 5 of my movement to move away from the monstrosity in front of me.
And your turn.
Yeah, my turn.
Bag, you're up.
I turn around and just scream, "Ah!" and run at the thing and whip him.
Whip this thing?
Yep.
All right, make an attack roll.
16
Hey.
plus.
That'll hit.
Nice. 4 points slashing damage.
All right, so this time the whip kind of arcs across, and as it hits it, you pop it at just the right time and crack this creature across the nose. It looks like at one point it was a dog or some kind of other canine. As you crack the snout, the skull kind of spins around a few times. It reaches up and looks back at you. It was not enough to take it down.
Oh no.
Oh god, I don't know what to do now. I usually get him in one shot, and I go and run behind my friend Wiley over there.
Oh.
Behind me.
No. That between him and the right there.
I got
Perfect.
Very good.
All right, then your turn.
That's it.
Sylvie.
Okay, I'm gonna run and get as far as I can behind it that way. Getting away from the big guy.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make an attack on that one.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Come on. Oh, God. 9.
Total?
Yes.
Yeah, as you get around behind him, you take a swing.
Damn.
This time you swing and you watch as the vines kind of pull it down to its knees and it lurches forward and the staff swings wide.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
And Nature's Fury. Can I do that? It says
Max it out.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
max it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you're going to use your Nature's Fury on yourself.
Right out of the gate.
Listen, Linda. It took half my HP.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you both.
And
All right.
gone. And that'll be my turn.
That's your turn. All right, Tim, you're up.
Tim.
All right, so the bad vine creature.
Mm-hmm.
How far away am I?
You're approximately 10 feet.
I'm 10 feet from him.
Yeah. Maybe a little more, maybe like 12, 15 feet.
Okay.
Well, you have to, there's a 10-foot gap between you. If you want to get them within range, you'll have to step forward 5 feet.
But if I have a range of 15 feet,
Smack him.
you see, Timothy, turn
Oh, no.
about face,
Oh no.
raise his tail, and spray forth a stream of noxious. Make a DC save.
What's the save?
Constitution. As this stench heads
Oh
towards
my
the base.
god.
It's a natural 1.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh
Of
no.
course it is.
Just
Because of course it
over the
is.
vines. So he is considered poisoned.
Yeah, he doesn't have immunity to that.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Nice.
Interesting.
You all watch as Timothy turns around. You see as there's this flap in his armor that just kind of.
Oh no. Look away. I don't want to see it.
Straight in
And
the
you
eye.
spew this noxious. There's this kind of there's this faint little as it sprays outwards and coats this creature. You watch as it just kind of shifts around and rides as it gets soaked with this spray.
Soaked.
Yeah, it is
Gross.
gross.
Soaked was not a good word to use. That's gross.
You're welcome.
It's all for the player.
Round up.
I would tuck my tail and I'll move towards the corner over there into the
All right.
Like a
Waiting for my glasses to get.
Nice. Love that.
the rat.
Oh wait a minute! I don't need to move that far. I just need to move like another I couldn't tell how far he moved, so I want to get like about.
He moved about 10 feet.
That's all he moved the first go around.
10 feet.
But now, so to make a save, being another 10 feet from him.
About 15 feet away.
So I need
from
to be
him.
at least 30 something feet from him. So 35, something like that.
So about right
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. That is your turn.
I guess the bone doll is back. Bone doll goes where the other ones went.
Yeah.
The new one.
Yep. Bone Dog, they go on his initiative. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll save it. Yeah, end of my turn.
All right. With that, it is going to kind of. It looks forward, and you watch as this bone dog kind of it controls it. You see as the vines kind of shift around, and it begins to slowly turn. Just kind of as it turns towards you, it's going to make an attack, but with disadvantage because it is poison. So that's a 16 and a 9.
Hey, 13.
So the 9 misses as it lurches forward, and you see as the creature kind of retches a little bit and just goes.
Thanks,
the
Mickey.
bone doll just kind of pulls back and swings a little short of you. I need someone to roll a d4 for me.
Oh, I get it. 2. 2.
2 more bone
Oh,
dolls
no.
begin to crawl up out of the vines.
Oh no.
It's going to just turn Wiley.
So the bone doll materialized in front of me.
Yeah, you see as it kind of pulls up out of the vines, it kind of crawls the vines, kind of grab it and reel it upwards.
All right.
It seems like the more you kill, the more it just brings back.
And that's who's that? Oh, that's the badger behind me.
That's me. That's me, baby.
Okay. I'm gonna thwack the bone doll.
Make an attack roll.
All right, let's go. 17 plus.
70 plus hits. Roll damage.
I'm behind him practicing my stage sounds.
Okay.
So you hear me go, thwack.
Like a comic book.
It is a 6 plus 1, 7.
7 points.
Bludgeoning damage.
This one here?
Yes.
Yep. So you turn around as it kind of pulls up, and before it's even able to pull itself all the way to, it's just kind of like, and then you just come up and you just uppercut it, just slamming it in the sternum, sending the bones flying through the air.
And I want to move to flank the one that's on Sylvie.
Okay. End your turn.
And my turn.
All right, Bag, you're up.
McBew, can I bite it?
It's wet.
I bet much worse.
Ooh.
Go for it.
If it's hats, I'm gonna be mad at you. And I go, and just take off at him and like jump onto him and try to bite him.
Are you using your
Like a
aggressive
feral
move?
badger.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
so
exactly, yeah.
You watch as Bag just all of a sudden just kind of just starts foaming at the mouth and just goes barreling forward on all fours, running towards this creature, and he jumps up and leaps. Make an attack roll. I think.
Oh no.
Fuck! Can't remember with poison. I think it just has disadvantage on attack rolls. I think and ability checks. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that was right. I was looking at it.
Let's see.
Yeah, disadvantage on attack and
rolls
ability.
checks. Yep. Okay. So
That's it.
8.
as you
I'm embarrassed
jump
for it.
and you try to bite down, the smell hits you. You thought you'd smelled some bad things, but you have never smelled the spray of an elderly skunk.
Oh,
I mean, this stuff has been sitting.
this was
You go to chomp that, you can't bring yourself to do it. You go, nope.
I vomit on him and turn around and run away.
All right, so you shift around and run back the other way. It's going to get an attack of opportunity if you run.
Oh.
It is with disadvantage because he's poisoned, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
I'm gonna run.
I'm gonna run.
So that is a 20, dirty.
Oh,
And that's a disadvantage?
I rolled 19 and 17.
Holy fuck. Well, that's a hit.
Oh God.
So, you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As you go to run away, and you have to stop because you can't breathe. You're having a hard time breathing, and then you feel the vine kind of wrap up around you and begin to curl around you, pulling tightly.
Am I also grappled, motherfucker?
As it grapples you and pulls you in.
Oh.
Am I off the ground?
No, you're not
It's
really
going
off the
in
ground.
the
It's just kind of like got you shifting a couple feet off the ground. So, then your turn back.
Yep.
Sylvia, you're up.
That's all I can
Okay,
do.
the one right on top of me,
Uh-huh.
I'll go ahead and try and get rid of it.
Make an attack roll.
With advantage.
With advantage, because it's flanked. 18 plus.
Out of hit.
Okay, we got D8. D8. 6 plus 4. 10 points.
You clatter
outta here.
into pieces on the ground.
Okay. Bonus action. I don't have anything I can do. Or I don't want to get swallowed though. Okay, I'll stay there.
Stay there.
Yeah.
All right, Tim.
Timmy.
Okay, so I will drop my glaive,
Kind of toss your glaive aside.
draw one of the hand axes, and attack the one, stood up.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you rush forward. Make an attack roll.
8.
8. 8 does not hit.
Oh
As you
my
rush forward, you
goodness.
take a swing and just kind of swing. It just kind of clatters backwards, and you swing a little shy. Does that end your turn?
I didn't see that guy over there. I guess I could have moved. I'll move to help him.
You move?
Yeah, I didn't
Going.
see him. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just 30 feet towards this guy to
Yeah,
help.
bonus action.
You have advantage on the attack roll because Sylvie flanked.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see him. I would have
yeah.
moved to help you. I keep confusing his character with the.
That's a 16.
That hits.
Hey, hey.
Hey!
I'm playing
And
it.
that's a
D6 plus strength.
That's a
Oh,
3.
Oh.
ouch.
We just babies.
So you knock one of the arms off as you hit it, just kind of cleave through the radius, and the arm just kind of goes falling to the ground.
And that's going to be the end of my turn because I can't do an arm strike
Alright.
as a bonus.
It is now the Bone Snatcher's turn. The Bone Doll is going to make a strike against you, McPeel, with disadvantage because he's still poisoned. And that's going to be a 10. I don't think 10 is going to hit you.
No.
So it strikes out, and the vines are still kind of like having a hard time pulling together as it's trying to fight off this wretched stench that is now ensued. The Bone Doll misses entirely. I need someone to roll a d4 for me.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Can't have that blood on my hands.
4.
Oh no!
No, that's good. That's good.
No.
That's good.
It's not.
That's
Oh
good.
no!
You see, as 4 more of these creatures begin to form up around you.
We haven't even hit the big one.
We don't know what it can do. Well, I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah, fuck. I'm about to find out.
All right. That is going to end the Bone Snatcher's turn. Wiley.
That was it.
Huh?
That was it. It didn't.
Yeah,
It
it only had
summoned.
one Bone Doll it can control, so it just summoned 4
Oh,
more.
okay.
Now it's got a lot more.
Yeah, I see a lot. All right. I'm gonna rush towards the bone snatcher, and I'm going to try to attack the vines grappling
Make an attack roll.
with my torch again.
Hello, little one.
All right, that's another good one. That's 16 plus 2.
That a hit. Roll damage. D4.
D4. That's a 3.
All right, nice. So with that, as you strike against it again, it lets out this kind of... And Bag, you just get dropped as it releases you. The fire kind of hits the vines and begins to spread upwards, and you see as the creature lurches back away from the fire.
And how much movement did that take?
That would have taken 20 feet.
20 feet. Could I get around it with 10 feet? Or no?
Yeah, you can technically shift around.
I want to flank it.
Yep, you get there.
Alright.
Flank it.
I'm flanking it.
That ends your turn?
Yes.
All right, Bag, you're up.
I drop my whip when I fell and I pull out the short sword and go to stab him.
All right, make an attack roll.
Damn him.
I'm gonna stab him! Yeah,
Hey.
13 plus 4, 17.
17 hits. Roll damage.
This one's a D8, I think. No D6.
Is it a versatile?
Yes, it is versatile. Short swords are versatile.
What does that mean?
You can hold it with 2 hands.
Oh, no.
No, the long sword is
Sorry, it's
versatile.
finesse.
Yeah.
It's finesse.
Yeah.
Not versatile. My bad.
5 points of
5
damage.
points. Nice.
Good job.
So as you take the sword and you carve into it and kind of like jab in and then pull up, you tear several of the vines out. And as you kind of pull it out, you watch as deep within the core of this vine, there is this green fog that just kind of ekes out of the wound. There's some kind of core to it as you kind of tear out of the vines, and then it kind of pulls back together again. But yeah, you heard it.
I reach for my astral shard. Can I dig under him?
With a burrowing speed, yeah, you can dig under.
I'm going under him.
All right, so make a strength check for me though, because there's a lot of vines shifting about. You're having to like dig through.
Nope.
No. So you go to try and dig, and all the vines and roots kind of pull and push against you. You are not able to quite dig that deep. You get about 5 feet into the earth, but you're not quite able to dig underneath it.
Oh, fuck it. And I come back up.
All right. End your turn.
That's it.
All right, Sylvie.
Okay. The small ones are still poisoned, right? They have disadvantage.
Mhm.
All right, I'm going to run towards it to try and attack it,
All right, the one is.
risking the attack.
You notice as you run away from the bone doll, it does not get an attack of opportunity.
Ooh. And then I will try and hit it with my shillelagh,
All right,
or my staff. 15 plus.
that'll hit. Roll
Aha.
damage.
Nice.
D8. Got 7 points of damage.
7 points. All right. So as you
Seven.
rush forward with the staff and you crack it into the side of the creature, the vines, this time you break through several of them, kind of digging deep, and you see as that smog once again kind of leaks out of it. You good?
Run by it.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Tim.
Seeing that one didn't attack her, I will breathe in deep.
Now we'll notice all of you who've gotten close to this creature now, it's rank. It is rancid.
That's why I tried to dig.
And will I be able to pull my other hand axe in this process?
Yep. And your movement, you can.
Yep. So I will do that. I will go up and get on top of this creature,
All right.
and I will.
You do have it flanked
So that I get advantage.
with advantage.
Hell.
First
Last
attack.
time you
Yeah.
went.
That's a 17 plus 21.
That'll hit.
Wait, I had advantage. Shoot.
That's 5.
Go for
5.
crit.
All right.
And then bonus action that you attack again. Is that with advantage also?
It is with
That's
advantage.
a natural 20.
All right. That'll hit.
Nice. I don't think I rolled with advantage either.
Get your card.
That's
I rolled
a
straight
So you roll twice plus whatever's on the card.
You also hit it, didn't you?
for slashing. The target takes a -2 circumstance penalty to checks with all charisma-based skills except intimidation.
Oh, that's a
Okay,
draw another
mine.
one. That's one of those weird ones.
Okay.
This
Thank
deck is not made for 5e.
Let's
I wish
see.
they
Across
make
the
one for
eyes,
5e.
I need to
normal
make one.
damage, crit
That'd
effect.
be a
Something
fun
we're
little
doing.
The
project.
target is blinded until healed.
Hey!
Nice. All right, so roll damage, and it is blinded. As you reach up, you see those glowing eyes, and you just take the axe and sink it into the sockets.
So that's 8.
8 points. How do you want to do this?
Hey!
Yeah.
Well, after hitting it once, come around again and swing across, trying to go and see where that spot was that all the gas seemed to come out.
Core.
Tear it apart, and then as a finale, turn around and just shake my tail in its face and it falls over.
So you jump up, you just carve across it, you open up that deep gash. As you do, you all watch as the fog, this withering fog that's within this entity just kind of fades out and dissipates into the air around it. All of the bones, the bone dolls kind of clatter to the ground, falling. The vines fall, and you hear the as all the vines of this labyrinth begin to collapse around you. And Timothy McPugh, as he turns around after finishing it, he shakes his tail, and there's just a little bit of spray left, and it goes.
Well, so far I think we've done everything with flair, so nicely done.
Just glad
Is
they didn't
everyone
get any
alright?
more of them creatures out of the ground.
No.
I could use a little bit of help.
We can sit down and take a short rest.
Okay.
All right.
Only get 2 of those spell slots, okay?
Okay. So you guys are gonna sit here and take your short rest for a bit. All right.
While we short rest, can we open the chest?
Yeah. So you wander over and you grab that key that's still sitting, like kind of dangling on the skull of that creature that you were able to decapitate. You take it off and you wander over and it just does open up the chest. And inside, you find a very fine-looking gladius-style short sword that's emanating this faint blue glow. And you see, kind of emblazoned in the hilt itself, right where the blade meets the hilt, there's a tiny little astral sliver embedded in it.
Interesting. Anybody else good with short swords?
Good with most
actually.
weapons. But
I think they're
might
considered
be,
martial weapons.
McPugh.
Martial weapons, simple weapons.
Yeah, you're
short sword.
Yeah, it's martial. I can't use it.
So,
Do we hear anything else going on?
make a perception check. And you all do get the benefits of a short rest.
Nice.
No, I didn't hear squat.
You can use hit dice.
And so that means short rest. We can do a hit die.
Thank you. But I don't.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I don't go above my max.
Wish you did.
What happened?
I got a 1.
Oh,
No. So I gotta roll a no.
plus your constitution.
Plus your con.
Yeah, 0.
Oh.
You don't have
You
another
don't
hit
have
dice.
I don't have another hit.
You only have 1 hit dice at level 1.
Okay, that's good. That's great.
That's
I didn't realize your
good.
constitution was 0.
Yes.
Your
plus-
cons is 0.
plus 0, yes. I was going for
Ouch.
damage.
I was
Ow.
going for damage.
Ow. Owie.
Oh, this is great.
That's tough.
It's all
So,
good.
so you heal 1 point.
1 point. That's gonna do
I
something.
saved 1 spell slot just in case.
Yeah.
I'll heal you when you go down.
Don't worry. I saved all of you from the brambles, from the grappling.
From the grappling, that's true. You did.
I ran into.
And we are forever grateful.
You better remember it.
So you finish your short rest, and at this point, as the brambles fall and all of this labyrinth kind of falls to dust here, revealing the rest of the Evanfield Downs around you, you notice this entire maze was huge. It was at least it was hundreds of feet in either direction, all controlled by this one entity, all set up on this road, probably as a trap to catch unsuspecting travelers such as yourself. But as you look to the east, you can see the road continues on. The rolling sage, the rolling hills kind of shifting in the distance. The next 2 days of your travel goes unimpeded. And finally, at the end of the 3rd day, you see up ahead as the winding hills kind of roll down into this vast forest, covered in willow trees and low-hanging shrubs. Moss covering all of the branches that kind of hangs down, cloaking the interior with this shadow. You can see a slight bit of fog, not the green fog of the withering, but just a slight bit of fog kind of creeping up and sifting out of it. The road entering in between the boughs of 2 great willow trees.
Quick question. Would we know of anyone being able to manipulate the withering to cause something like that?
Make an Arcana check.
Can I go with?
You may.
Hey, natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 20?
21, 22.
With a natural 20, there has never been an Orin folk that has been able to manipulate the Withering. The Withering acts on its own accord, typically. However, legend tells of the ancients, beings that lived long before the Orin folk. Their skeletons are sometimes found in great ruins, and they had these cities that were massive in size, much larger than anything the Orin folk could ever hope to build. Most of these cities are surrounded completely by the Withering now. Let me switch this music actually for this little bit. These cities are now overcome with the Withering, the fog never seeping out of it, as though it takes home in those places. But seekers sometimes go here in search of adventure, treasures, and all sorts of artifacts that the ancients left behind.
Did you know?
Oh God.
And I will relay all that information.
Okay.
My grandpappy told me. I've never been to any of the cities before, but maybe we'll find one along the way. No telling what we'll find inside them.
Riches.
Great treasures that your eyes have never beheld before.
We could be famous.
We could be rich.
But we need well, I forgot what we need. It's a fucking shard.
That's your stuff.
Fucking shard. We need one of those goddamn shards. You release your brain gas in your butthole like that.
It takes a lot out of me.
I think he almost fainted.
It takes a lot out of you. It took a lot out of us.
Yeah, for real. All I want is for people to know my name. Let's get famous.
Yes.
I'd rather stay out of the spotlight.
I'll take your fame too
You
then.
can have it.
Maybe I'll get my inheritance back.
With fame normally comes money. We could just pay you. You could be behind the scenes.
I will definitely
What I
pay
need,
you.
for what I need to do, I don't need the spotlight.
Why can't I find?
What do you need to do?
I pretend I don't.
A message into his head. What do you need to do?
A lot.
A message in his
real
head. That wasn't very helpful.
Talk to her. She addressed you.
Tim, are you lecturing me?
I'm acquainting you with the skills of life.
See where that got you.
Now, Wiley, respect your elders. Your old
Yeah.
grandpappy's trying to teach you.
Yeah.
Turn a little bit and lean towards opposite direction.
The tail twitches up a little bit.
Don't you do it.
So where to next, gang?
On to Foggy Hollow.
Onto
Yes.
the Gallo.
I haven't made it yet.
You
That's
got
what I
it.
said. Yeah.
So
It's improv.
as you shift into, like, the road travels in between the boughs of these great willow trees, and you shift in out of the sunlight and into the shade of the hollow itself, of this great marsh. The grass beneath your feet turns to mud and muck. And you travel ahead of time. Yes,
Can I see if we're being followed
make a perception check.
since we left? Oh.
If we did, they should have helped.
Yeah, for real.
10.
10. So you kind of turn around behind you from time to time. You never see anyone following you. It's a
Did
long road between here and Riverwood Bend and beyond. This road is very seldom traveled. Was it?
So we didn't see anybody else when the labyrinth came down? There was no one trapped in there?
Nope, not that you could see. As you travel ahead, kind of shifting deeper into the marsh here, eventually you come to a point where you can see water sitting at the base, all these great trees growing out of it. These great mangrove trees kind of growing in every 10 to 20 feet apart. You see their roots kind of extending up like legs, holding them out of the water. Ferns lining the edge of the muck and mud. And you see a little dock ahead of you. A faint bit of mist kind of trailing along beneath just on the edge of the bank of this marsh, of this water. And you see, coming through this mist, you see a little lantern. And then a boat appears. Driving the boat, you see this hooded figure as he approaches the dock, slowly paddling forward as you all make your way down. He kind of lifts his hood as the boat rocks up against the wooden planks of the pier. And he tosses a rope aside and pulls his hood back, and he reveals this rather gnarly looking possum. One eye kind of looking this way, the other one looking in your direction, his really ratty little whiskers. He kind of looks over at all of you. Ooh, well, hell, we hadn't had any adventures in these parts in quite some time. Come quite a ways, haven't you? And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
We're in the boonies.
That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Little eyeballs.
So thank you all for listening in and watching this wild adventure get its start. We will be running this for Tuesdays until January 10th. So for the next 3 or 4 Tuesdays. So please come back and see what happens next week. Guys, thank you all for indulging me on this little adventure. I appreciate it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can already tell. It's going to be. So thank you all for listening in. And until next time, good night.
Good night.
Oh, wait. We are going to stick around and do a raid.
Yeah,
so stick around. Let's do a raid. Let's see who's up. And otherwise, good night.
What's the raid?
Oh, wait. I almost forgot, too. Happy holidays, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Actually, yeah.
It's 'cause we
about
did
to be
it last
Christmas and
stream.
New Year. Yeah, so, yeah.
New Year's.
If we don't see you, all of you be safe in your travels, going to be with your families or wherever it is you're going. Be safe on your travels and have a happy holidays, have a Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. And yeah, until next time. Good night.
If you're looking for a last minute gift, candles.
Candles.